repairs, medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering. We're Brown and Crouppen, and we've got all those answers. All you have to do is call 222-2222.
Rosalita's Cantina is known for having the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From carne con cerveza to shrimp diablo, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita. Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 and brunch at the De Pere location on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 3. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or De Pere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
If you want a first-class, top-of-the-line, high-quality interior remodeling job, you know who I'm going to suggest. Collier & Thompson. Known for their kitchen and bathroom remodels, Collier & Thompson is where you go when you want your remodeling job done right the first time. Collier & Thompson doesn't just do large remodeling jobs. They do plenty of man caves, bars, offices, pretty much anything inside your home. Check out their 10,000-square-foot showroom next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House on Manchester. Let them bring your dream remodel to reality. CollierandThompson.com.
This is Eric Conley, the founder of Illinois Recovery Center. At Illinois Recovery Center, our substance abuse treatment goes beyond mere recovery. It's about reclaiming lives filled with purpose, joy, and connection. Our dedicated facility is more than just a place of healing. It's a beacon of hope for individuals seeking to reintegrate into society and thrive in their work, family, and community roles. Our team is ready to help. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com.
The biggest pro football contests in Vegas are back. Circa Survivor and Circa Million are now up to a record $16 million in guaranteed prizes. 2 ways to win and no rake. Circa Survivor contestants select one team each week with no point spread. Last the longest to win it all with $10 million guaranteed. In Circa Million, make 5 picks against the spread each week for your share of $6 million guaranteed through quarterly and full season payouts. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. Visit circasports.com for details.
This is the one.
Honey, I think you're right. This house has everything we've ever dreamed of. A huge master bedroom, an open kitchen, and a backyard with a fire pit and built-in grill.
I can't believe it. Finally, our dream home. It's absolutely perfect for us.
We owe our realtor big time.
No, you don't. We're just doing our job. At the Jeff Lotman Group, helping you find your dream home is our top priority. Bringing people and properties together. Call us at 314-406-8911 or visit us online at jefflotman.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with Seth Goldcamp of Design Air Heating and Cooling, and I have been a long-time Design Air client. What separates you guys from everybody else?
It's becoming more common for companies to just get their foot in the door. They try to come up with different ways to upsell. They try to see how much they can make off of a customer as opposed to, hey, we're in there to do a service. We're going to do it well. We're going to do it for a fair price.
I don't know how many emails I have received from our listeners who experience the incredible customer service Design Air Heating and Cooling provides. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at designairservice.com.
Get the best at 100 West. 100 West Dental. No insurance? No problem. 100 West Dental has a plan when you don't, for ease and affordability. Feeling nervous? Not anymore. 100 West Dental provides complete comfort during quality care. Over 350 5-star reviews agree. When you want to get your smile into winning shape, get the best at 100 West. 100 West Dental. Consult virtually with Dr. Pryor or book online at 100westdental.com.
The Midwest Drag Racing Series presents a night of fire and thunder. Saturday, June 29th at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Jet dragsters, funny cars, and ground-pounding pro mod. Plus the Route 66 Twilight Cruise and Car Show. And for the first time ever in St. Louis, a jet dragster car burn. The biggest cutting torch will completely annihilate a full-size sedan in a shower of flames and sparks like you've never seen. And to top it all off, the first big fireworks show of the summer. Brought to you by Illinois Tourism in Downstate, Illinois. Saturday, June 29th. Details and tickets at www.raceway.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. James, I love getting emails from listeners who support the sponsors. Got one from a client of yours who switched, and you immediately saved him $1,000, and it meant the world to him.
The area that we're really having an impact on people's finances are people with drivers under the age of 25. We're seeing material savings for these types of clients, hundreds, if not even thousands of dollars per year.
James Carlton, Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.com. TMAinsurance.net.
Hey, it's Jackson. TMA listeners have a lot to think through financially. Saving for retirement and college, while also paying bills and enjoying life along the way. Whether you are starting your financial planning or if you're already retired, call Mark Hanna. Mark works with you to design a financial strategy. His straightforward approach starts with a 15-minute phone call to discuss your financial needs. Visit evergreenstl.com or call 314-889-0503 today. Mark Hanna offers securities through Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC, and offers insurance and annuity products through Equitable Network, LLC.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Hi, this is Doug Biggs from Longo Biggs Injury Law. I'm about to tell you a little inside information about attorney advertising. Buyer beware. Around town, you'll see all kinds of billboards, commercials, and hear radio ads for personal injury law firms. But these billboard firms aren't what they appear to be. After every attorney ad you see or hear is this phrase: the choice of an attorney is an important decision and shouldn't solely be based upon advertisements. There's a reason for that, because all firms are not created equal. What you probably don't know is that if you hire one of these big billboard law firms, you'll hardly ever talk to your lawyer. You don't know which lawyer you're going to get. Could be a first year or someone who's never even tried a case. Your case might even be shipped over to another firm. That's right, the firm you trusted your case to just flipped it to another firm. The bottom line is many of these huge firms are nothing more than a marketing machine who look at your case as a return on their advertising dollars. Many of the faces and names you see never go to court and never handle a case. At our firm, you get exactly what you thought you were getting. CD or myself on your case, both experienced trial lawyers who are in court every week. Don't trust your case with just anyone. Check us out online at longobigs.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA all day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After on KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You are listening to TMA. Doug, I can't talk.
Oh, what's happened now?
Still battling through whatever is. I blame the 2-year-old candidly.
Oh, well, it's on him. Yeah.
Thank you. We'll hold him accountable throughout the course of the program.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I got a little, what term would you call it?
Frog in your throat?
No. Load?
Oh, no. Yeah. I battle that a lot myself.
Yeah, no. Well, either way, here we are. It's TMA. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. Welcome, friends, to the Munganess St. Louis Acura, Munganess Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. Timothy Michael McKernan, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode, Jackson Bennett Burkett, Chairman Kurt with you on the program, a program that welcomes your phone calls at 636-9004-TMA. Those are the Collier and Thompson phone lines. Welcomes your texts via the South City Sporting Goods text inbox, 314-881-TMA5, and welcomes your emails. Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Become a friend of the Feather and get involved on the show. Now, Doug.
Okay.
The lead is?
Well, I watched the hockey game last night. Those Oilers are back.
There they come.
A little bit of panic in the Panthers, I bet.
Here they come.
Yeah.
They were plus 600 or 700 to win the Cup before yesterday.
Yeah.
And now you have shipped your bankroll on the Oil to win after they
dragged them back to Alberta.
Yes,
That's
they
what
did.
Connor McDavid said. Let's drag them back to Alberta.
And that's what they did. I bet they were ready for a huge party last night in Miami. Not going to get it. Redbirds also in Miami.
Yeah, that probably killed the party.
Well, the bullpen let him down. When old Libby got nicked, and then Rycroft got nicked.
Cover
And
the
then we
bag.
lose.
Cover the bag, Chris.
Uh-oh, Jackson's going to hold them accountable.
That was the weirdest play.
You got to cover the bag.
That becomes automatic by about the time you're 12 or 13 years old, doesn't it?
Especially his follow-through, he's moving toward first base.
You just got to cover the bag.
Ground ball to first. What do I do? What do I do? Come on.
Run.
Probably a stupid question because I don't get the Post-Dispatch and I don't get the Athletic, so I don't get the ins and outs of the game. Is Ryan Helsley hurt?
No, all those guys were unavailable.
He was unavailable the night before, too, so he gets 2 days off?
I don't know on that, but it is interesting.
There was a save opportunity the night before and he didn't come in.
It is interesting, though, Iggy, you bring that up, because Tim and I were kind of talking about this yesterday on Balloon Party, is that, and Doug, you've talked about it for a long time, too. Jojo Romero pitched in 33 games so far this year.
Mm-hmm.
So much of the bullpen is about sustainability. Can they be good for a long time? And a situation like last night is a great opportunity to get guys who maybe don't get a lot of high leverage opportunities to go out there and prove themselves. And so I said that yesterday personally, and I can't then complain that Roycroft is out there if I said that last night, because that was a prime opportunity.
That's not sports talk radio, sir.
Let somebody have it.
Yeah, I
Blister
think
'em.
you ignore that you had the opinion and then move the goalposts. That's kind of the way you do it, and then you scream about the media in the town being soft.
Right, even less than 24 hours removed from saying
Doesn't
the
matter.
take.
Doesn't matter. Dig in.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Ryan Helsley should have been out there. What are you doing, Ollie? Nice beard, loser.
Wow.
I don't know.
Too hard, too aggressive.
Maybe he was hurt. I know that, who was it, Wynn was throwing up. He was ready to pinch hit, but he couldn't start the game. Maybe, I don't know if Helsley was sick, but I mean, I could see if he's not available for a game, not available for 2 games, he can't go in and face 3 batters after having a night off.
He must not have been, or he'd have been in there for sure.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't.
Morning, had good anal yesterday. That's from the recovering alcoholic. So Doug, that's how we're going to get things going. Kind of gives you an idea of where we are at 314-881-TMA5. 636-9004-TMA is how you can call and really want to get to the phone lines today. And then, of course, the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. I took my car into Munganast yesterday. That Ryan Seiberg was there. And
terrific.
Yeah, he really is.
He's the best. He got me in and out of there with a flat tire in like 15 minutes.
Got the hail damage finally getting tended to. So in a loaner. And the loaner is wonderful. It's a 2024 Acura MDX Premium, which is the deal for the TMA Loyal Listener Program. And that is 0 money down, $589 a month, 48-month lease. And as I'm driving around, I'm thinking to myself, might be worth making a play. Jamie Burkhardt, he just knows. That's what he does. He knows. And Ryan Seiberg in the service department, they're the best. Even if you did get your car from Munganast, get it serviced at Munganast, St. Louis Acura, Munganast, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota. Online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com, the official automotive provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast, and the sponsor of the Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown, which is coming your way, Doug. And now it's on to the Travelers. Is that in Connecticut? Is that in New Hampshire? Is that in
I don't know where
Texas?
it is.
Connecticut.
You mentioned the
There you
MDX, and they let me drive one of those a couple times. There's not many cars that measure up to the MDX. When you're riding one of those, you're in tall cotton, mister. I mean, those are really sweet, sweet cars. I just wanted to throw that in because when I had one, I absolutely loved it.
It's a nice whip.
It is
a Highlander?
Beautiful car. I like the Highlander, too. The MDX is what the deal is on,
Yeah.
and that's just a fantastic car. Now, the location of this golf tournament, I don't really know.
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Okay.
Quote, I don't get the Post-Dispatch or the Athletic. He said, then asked a question that in no way requires a subscription to either publication. Get it together.
Oh, gosh.
Sun-spoiled tub of Big Mac sauce. That's from Chris Raby.
Well, it did, Raby.
He was over at KMOX.
Because I went to 2 different web pages. I went to CBS Sports and I went to ESPN, a recap of the game, and nothing was mentioned about Helsley being sick or why he didn't pitch. Now, Derek Gould would have probably broken it down and said he wasn't available. Katie Woo probably would have.
Woo.
But national publications aren't going to cover the ins and outs of a baseball game, who was available.
Yeah.
So you're wrong, Raby.
Chris, issue an apology.
What did he call him?
A sun-spoiled tub of Big Mac sauce.
Sun-spoiled.
They're running out of Would it be an adjective for me?
I guess it would be. Huh. Well, I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Warson Woods Wacko says, Doug, I have an MDX because I, quote, have effing money. That's from the Warson Woods Wacko.
Well, you're very fortunate.
Well, you got it from Munganess.
Yeah. I don't know where else you'd want to get it from.
I agree with that.
If you haven't, trade that one in and go get the good deal that they got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
John Score says, just win the series today and move on.
That's the goal.
That's good sound advice. Just win today. Okay. Good. But I didn't realize it was that easy.
You literally could Google that information or search for it on Twitter. We get it. You're a media illiterate. That's nowhere near the flex that you think it is. That's from Brian Henshin. He's not happy that you're...
Well, I'm not in the media.
Yes, you are.
No, I just...
If you're on a radio show, you're in the media.
Not really.
I think this qualifies as a media job. Maybe not the news media, but the media.
The media elite?
Media elite.
We are definitely elite.
I'm more of a media member than Henshin, but it's not saying much.
Well, I think you both are. If he works for a newspaper, he's in the media. You work for a radio station, you're in the media.
I guess technically, but I don't...
Well, no, don't get frustrated with it. That's just where we work.
No, I just asked a question this morning. My God. And it was answered. Jackson answered it, so it took 5 seconds to get an answer.
Yeah, Linworthy tweeted last night, Cardinals relievers, Jojo Romero, Kittredge, Helsley, and Fernandez were unavailable.
That's
tonight.
a lot.
Yeah, Fernandez he pitched a lot last night. 2 nights ago, I should say.
Yeah. I'm not sure I'd tell the opposition who was available and who wasn't.
That was post-game, Linworthy tweeted that.
Yeah. And a lot of listeners may have wondered that same thing, so we answered their question, too, if they were worried or wondering.
So we're doing a nice piece of journalism.
Media elite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are the media elite. Call in and compliment us for being media elite.
Iggy asked one question that lasted 10 seconds, and now we'll talk and discuss it for the next hour and a half.
That's the magic.
Yeah, that is the magic of the program. Loomster's not happy. Hey, fellas, a quick question. This was timed to send at 7:07, too. Do you like that when the people sit on their texts and then they fire them in right as the show's...
Yeah, it bothers me a little bit.
Does it really? I respect it. I like it. Because they want to be the lead. Hey, fellas, a quick question. What can we do to make the emails great again? Listing the email supercuts that Jackson has put together have made me realize that this current time in the email game is awful. Kevin Miller is the only funny emailer of the same 4 that get read every day. Jackson, that felt passive-aggressive.
Yes, it did. But if you read the whole text, it all feels passive-aggressive.
What can we do to make this segment as good as it once was? Where is Matt who bowls at Hanks and DJ Gabe and Timmy Tom Tom? Thanks, I'll hang up and listen. That's from the Loomster, and he was in 2nd place in the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Year in 2022, I believe it was.
The Plowhawk is critical of his work.
Yeah,
I agree with him. I don't know why you say, what can we do? I mean, you're not part of the show, so there's not really nothing you can do. There's nothing we can do. I don't know why you're going after Jackson. I mean, he just reads the emails. They suck. So, I mean, if they don't suck so bad, I mean, the ones that suck still get in, but...
Yeah, I mean...
The ones that don't get in must be terrible.
Well, trying to... Because I'm the only one privy to those who don't get in, trying to tell people that they stink or are not worthy is a futile effort because they will just claim the other way. But it's a phenomenon Tim talked about, I want to say, a week ago, whereas if you're in the moment of something, you will never say it's great, but when you look back on it, everything was awesome. Romanticizing the past.
Jackson Bennett Burkett. Doug, look at this guy. He's 26 and he already has this perspective.
That's your thesis?
Now, I'm not going to say, obviously, Matthew Bowles of Hanks and DJ Gabe, 911, Timmy Tom Tom, incredible emailers. And I have an absolute bundle of fun cutting up that email of the day supercut. There's no doubt about it. But in 3, 4, 5 years, people will say, oh, where is JV golf coach? You know, the great emailers of yesteryear.
They seem to me like they've been decent.
I like
recently.
This Cliff's neighbor.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot to...
Oh, that's Cliff and his neighbor.
So, hey, listen. I could be wrong, but that's where my perspective on it.
A lot of those good emails are the same guy.
Could be. And if you don't like the emails, how about you write one in yourself that's good? How can you be critical of someone else's email if you're not writing one yourself?
Yeah.
Chairman Steve has given his thought, and I guess he was first place in Listener of the Year. So does he have more credibility than the Loomster?
Yes.
Do you view it that way?
Yeah.
He says, Loomster is a contrarian dildo who hates everything, but still listens every day and waits to comment some snarky remark on the fan page that's not funny. That's from Chairman Steve in Wildwood.
Wow, the chairman has spoken.
We got anger coming out every which way now.
Yeah, that's a shame. Well, that's what a Cardinal loss in Miami will do.
It all started with Iggy's question. Is Ryan Helsing available?
You go back-to-back games with extra baseball in Miami, and all hell breaks loose on a Wednesday.
Yep. I was listening to the broadcast on my way home from a good range session with my 2-year-old, and I don't know who Jim was they were speaking of. Maybe it was Jim Jackson. Does he still work on the broadcast?
I think so, yeah.
And Rick Horton and John Rooney were making reference to something that ball riders and whatever it is that we are know is an inside joke. And I think it was John Rooney who said, well, Rick, Jim told us for his birthday, it was his birthday, the one thing he wanted was extra innings in Miami, and it looks like we're going to get them. So you know that everybody was excited about the opportunity to play more ball in front of 2,000 Cardinal fans and 400 people.
Friends and family of players.
Right.
Jim Jackson was a engineer at 590 way back in the day.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met him.
Great guy.
You show him the ropes?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Hey, Steve, go find the last time I posted on the fan page, dork.
Hey.
Good luck. That's from the Loomster. And now we've got a Loomster Steve and Wildwood showdown.
Here we go.
Now, when someone says, quote, the fan page, are they referring to the Team A one or the Stephen Wildwood one? That's from Mr. Lex. Yeah, maybe Loomster's posted on the Stephen Wildwood fan.
Yeah. It's getting a lot of traction.
Chairman Steve is spot on. The Loomster is a douche. That's from Susie Cream Cheese.
So now more factions are breaking out.
Yeah.
This is reminiscent of, what was it, Cottleville versus Webster Grove?
That's right.
Yeah.
A battle which we never thought was coming.
Right. But a feud that has festered for sure.
Cottleville and Webster Groves.
They're not even close to each other.
No. Right?
They are politically.
They're 20 miles away from each other.
Yeah. Webster's not South County, is it? I know
they don't see themselves as South
County.
County.
Point of consternation, right?
Yeah.
Do you consider it South County?
No.
Now, are you thinking
Southwest.
geographically or culturally?
Culturally. South County kind of starts with, I think, Crestwood and Sunset Hills,
Afton?
Melville, Afton, Oakland.
What would the middle be? I mean, you got South County, you got
The
North
Central
County,
Corridor.
West County.
Central Corridor season, Mr.
What it
Licks.
is, like Brentwood and Maplewood and places like that. That's
Inner suburbs.
corridor.
They'd probably be
corridor.
considered inner suburbs.
Mr. Siders would like to announce that he is on Team Stephen Wildwood, and his reasoning is the dude is hung like a horse.
Is that right?
How would you know?
Mr. Siders, call in 636-9004-TMA.
Maybe he shows his wing to people. I don't know.
Maybe they're very close friends.
You show yours to your close friends?
I never have, no.
Not on purpose, but yeah.
Well, I don't even think by accident that's happened.
Yeah, sometimes.
Long Balls is taking the Loomster side. I don't know the other guy, so he probably sucks, but I have heard 18 hours of Steve's calls over 3 different shows, so I am able to confirm he sucks ass. That's from Long Balls. And now, Doug, it's dividing the audience.
That's just not what you want to see.
No.
And there'll be a poll on the fan page. Who you got? List the names and people will vote.
Yeah, you don't like that, do you?
I don't like anything about that thing.
You're not on
You
it,
haven't
but
seen it, though, for more than a year.
I'm sure it hasn't got any better.
Well, maybe it has.
I doubt it.
Why don't you get back on there?
No.
Okay.
I have not shown up to any Colts games for the giveaway and then bolted 20 minutes into the game. So, yeah, a point for the Strode man. He's more of a hashtag media member than me. Also, as an occasional spam email, I concur with the Loomster. That's from Brian Henshin.
And she gets wins, though. And I mean, to the point of only let the same 4 people in, we have 8 different winners this month.
Wow, Doug.
I mean,
unbelievable to see that.
Henshin's a media member, man.
I don't get how that could be true if we have 8 different winners.
Yeah.
Now, not every one of these 8 winners emails in every day. That's another thing.
Thanks to Iggy's doxing of Licks, I found that I know his brother well, and if memory serves, they grew up in Chesterfield. Does that impact his credibility? That's from Mr. Big Cream.
Now we got a problem with Chesterfield.
That's West County, no doubt, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't dox him. I mentioned his first name. if you're good enough to go search Facebook one name and find out who he is, God love you.
But there's only limited amounts of first names that he has on the fan page, and to play in the fan page for championship.
I don't care about the fan page. If he's on the fan page, he's got his name out there, so.
And now to find out that he's from Chesterfield, so he doesn't have a lot of juice. His credibility's called into question because he lives in Chesterfield.
Chesterfield's a nice area.
It is.
Huge.
Yeah.
The Loomster rode his poor wife's coattails to a runner-up finish in the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Year. Without her, he's a jag. The chairman is a fine American. That's from Mr. Smith. Boy, Doug, who would have thought? I thought we were going to break down Roycroft not covering first for an hour.
You got to get over there, though.
Seriously. What are we doing?
Come on, Goldie's got the ball. Where am I going with it? Nowhere.
Joey Lenorti released his bracketology. I had that. But wow, we have Loomster versus Stephen Wildwood.
City made the trade.
He is right, though. His wife did pretty much run that thing.
I need some warm milk and some cookies. I need some cookies and some milk.
Right. Who was that?
Timberfake. Doug, who's our title sponsor?
Brown and Crouppen, the two of them together. Part of Brown and Crouppen Law Firm. Fantastic firm. Terry Crouppen, Andy Crouppen, and Ed Herman are the principals. One of them is in here every Tuesday to spread around a little wisdom, and so you get to know them and know that if you have a potential personal injury lawsuit, these are the guys that you're going to want to handle it. Brown and Crouppen is a local law firm here to serve you. They started here in St. Louis in 1979, and now they've grown to become one of the largest personal injury firms in the Midwest. How do they do that? Well, they are successful. They've won more than $1 billion in compensation for their clients. I would call that successful. Here's how it works. If you think you have been injured due to the negligence of someone else, you call Brown and Crouppen at 314-222-2222. They'll give you a free evaluation of your case. And they work on a contingency basis, no upfront costs at all to you. If you don't get paid, they don't get paid. That's how it works. Brown and Crouppen, big part of the community. They're involved in many charities and community events, everything from Annie Malone and Sister Strut to Stray Rescue. They get out there and spread their wings around town. They know the lawyers. They know all the judges. They know how the local courts work. So this is definitely the firm you want to handle your case. Not some out-of-town pitchman that you might see on TV. Say, yeah, I'm from St. Louis. I'm here. No, Brown and Crouppen, as you know, they are here in St. Louis, and they are in Kansas City. More than 250 legal professionals out there to serve you. So if you think you may need Brown and Crouppen services, call them. The number again, 314-222-2222. Or you go to brownandcrouppen.com. Make sure you let them know you heard about it here on TMA. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising. Past results are no guarantee of future results, and every case is different and must be judged on its own accord.
Design Air is a sponsor of our email today and the official HVAC provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. Go online at designairservice.com. Doug, I could tell walking in today that it is already hot, and you know that means it's only going to get warmer over the course of the day. Let me see what I got. Yeah, it's already 76. It's going to be 80 by 9, 90 by 2, and I see a high in the upper, let's say 92, it looks like, today in St. Louis, and the highs are 93, 94, 94, 93, 93, 97 over the next week. So if the air conditioning goes out, you go, I'll type in designairservice.com, and they'll be out quick, fast, and in a hurry. Seth Goldcamp and his staff will take care of you like they've taken care of me, Doug, Iggy, and many of our audience members online at designairservice.com. It is the official HVAC provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show, Design Air, Heating, and Cooling. Jackson, how do you feel about a QFTA today?
Yeah, I can do that.
Let's see what I got here, Doug. I think I'm good to do it.
Well, are you free?
Well, I got the Stupiracy debut party tonight.
Oh, that's right.
At Hot Shots in Fenton. Sneak preview of the new podcast, video podcast, that I did with Rizzuto of The Riz Show. Both of us will be at the Hot Shots in Fenton from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I think he's going to sign. I can't.
What will you be wearing?
Lily Pulitzer.
Oh.
Like a sundress?
What else would I wear?
Of course.
Wouldn't that be fun if you did show up in a sundress?
And said nothing about it.
Right. Just went about it.
Yeah.
Being my same arrogant, unfriendly self.
Yeah. People ask you, they're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. This is. Are you judging?
Yeah. Don't let them judge you.
The tunic.
Harry, it's going to be 6 p.m., 8 p.m. Come on out and see the program. I think I know what the first episode is, but I don't know the order that they're releasing.
No.
Are they releasing them in the order that we shot them?
I don't have the order either.
I don't either. So, Stupiracy will debut, I think, on Monday, and it'll be on the Riz Show video podcast feed on their YouTube channel and our video podcast feed on our YouTube channel, and 12 sods. So a new one for the next 12 weeks. You can see the first one tonight at Hot Shots in Fenton from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Stupiracy. But before that, Jackson, I don't know, 11:30, we just sit there. We've got Little Beer Cat's erotic story. I know we got that.
Definitely want to hear that.
Got Little Beer Cat's erotic story. I got an email from a gentleman who says he's decided he really doesn't like me because I talk about playing golf with Pat Maroon and Keith Kachuk, but I don't think I've ever played golf with Pat. I've played with Pat, but I haven't played with Keith Kachuk.
He's hit into you, though.
What's that?
He's hit into you because you weren't fast
I've taken
enough
too many
for him.
practice swings. He plays a very quick 18.
Who is this now?
Just an emailer.
So he doesn't like you because...
Sick, huh?
Okay.
That's Walter. He was at the game last night. You see him wearing the Obie Clark's hat.
I didn't see him. No.
Dude, the Obie Clark's hat is like a huge thing in the hockey community.
Yeah, well,
I know.
It's a hockey bar.
I know, but like
that's why when you went there, I asked him to switch the game off to put on an NBA game.
Oh, you didn't.
Just one. It was just one. I just wanted one television set.
You wanted it off the hockey game.
To the association.
One. It wasn't even a Blues game, regardless. But like I know people from Florida who have never been to St. Louis who have bought an Obie Clark's hat and wear Obie Clark's hats, who've never even been near Brentwood.
Who exactly is this Obie Clark? Is he a guy that's still out there? Does he own it, or does this go back so many years that he's long gone? Anybody know Obie Clark?
I know that the people... I know
Jimmy O'Brien?
I don't know who it is.
Oh, it's Jimmy O'Brien.
Right. There's people, who own it. I don't know if there's...
So OB is for O'Brien.
Right.
What's the Clark for?
Clark Gable.
It's correct.
Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Why?
I guess you've never seen Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, and it's adjusted for inflation revenue.
So Clark was his partner?
Clark Gable, yeah.
Correct.
What's the name of the street the Enterprise Center's on?
Think about that. How about that?
So that's how this all ties in?
That's correct. Why do you hate our home barn?
I don't hate the barn.
Maybe OB stands for Off-Broadway.
Only basketball.
It was definitely off-Broadway, but it doesn't. It stands for O'Brien.
Stephen Wildwood has issued. There are a lot of statements that have just come in. It is not Loomster versus me. I don't really care. He just seems to be contrarian all the time. If he wants to be on the greatest fan page in the world, I would approve his request. Stephen Wildwood.
You know what? I want people to care. I mean, too many people say when things happen, like, "Oh, I don't care," but
you taking a shot at me?
Well, no, just everyone, just like if you're gonna do it, care about it. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't say I don't care. Kind of like prefaces your whole deal.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't care much about a lot of things.
They say that.
Right.
I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Watched a good documentary last night.
Doug, new topic.
Okay.
Graphic.
Switch it up.
I'm kidding.
Jesse texted
Let's
me.
hear
My
it.
brother texted
Let's
me.
hear it.
See what he's doing. I got the order from Jesse. Doug, episode 1, Napoleon's penis.
Nice.
Oh.
There you go.
Whether it is or is not still in a mayonnaise jar somewhere, is that it?
Is it a mayonnaise jar?
Conor Roy
Would that be
bought
a
it.
bad beat if you had some Hellmann's?
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, you'd hope for Miracle Whip. I think Conor Roy bought that in Succession. I think he bought it, much to Logan Roy's chagrin.
I read an article about the guy who bought it, so it must be true.
I guess if someone wrote an article, it has to be true.
I think it was the New York Times interviewed the guy who bought it.
What's a fat crank?
Clip that on.
No, it was very tiny.
Already
from
been
what I
clipped.
heard. It was like a shriveled up Frito.
Well, it's been a couple hundred years.
Yeah, it's no longer big. If it was big, and a Pullman is only like what 5'1".
How do they have it at all? Formaldehyde? Is that how you would
I'm
keep
sure
it?
they had formaldehyde back in the day.
I would go to Hot Shots Fenton tonight. Find out for your own damn
Okay.
self.
Boy, these are all good
Stupiracy.
questions.
Todd Reesing says, I know you. I don't know what this. Maybe this was directed to me. Doug, sometimes I don't know what they're directed
I
at.
don't
But
either.
I don't know. I'll read it and then we can decide. And you played Todd Reesing in the first round of the Jennings.
Plowhawk did.
Plowhawk did.
Yeah.
I know you've said you were done with the live shows, and this one sounds especially awful. I'm sorry, sir. This is not a live show. For the record, we will be watching the first sode.
It's like a premiere.
Doing a live, yeah. So we are not doing the show.
No
The
show.
We probably recorded this episode. Doug, did we record it in March?
I don't know when you did.
February? Nurse?
I don't have that information.
It's possible it was February.
That's really cool.
The set is really cool.
For all of it. Really, really cool.
Those guys in that video department, Josh, Zane, and Lane, built a hell of a set. That's what I want to do with the interview show if we bring that back. Or bring interviews back, I should say. So, yeah, they did a hell of a job. That to me was the best part of starting that thing, is the set they built out. And then how it looks, so people get to see it. And it'll debut for all on Monday. You can see it on the YouTube TMA page. Todd Reesing says, my bee. My boo. Was that Usher and Alicia Keys?
I don't know who it was.
Am I right on that?
I don't know.
That's correct.
Nice. What year do you think that was?
I don't know the years, Tim.
This is a low confidence play. God.
You can do it.
I don't know. I'm between 2003 and 2007, so I'm just not in a good place. I'll do 2006.
04.
Oh,
03.
Gosh. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't know it.
You have any thoughts on the Marlins?
Actually, the internet's probably wrong. I think it was probably...
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! Mr. Licks has issued a statement. Okay, movie boy, I care. I care that you have some of the worst golf takes I've ever heard in my life since Brandel Chambly last opened his dirty whore mouth.
No.
From Mr. Licks.
Well, it's just like your opinion, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't really have that many golf takes in general.
But he claims that they're bad ones?
Yeah. I mean, when your only thing is like supporting, like loving live golf, kind of, it doesn't hurt your credibility. No, it doesn't help your credibility. That's for damn sure. But, Mr. Licks can believe whatever he likes to believe. Mm-hmm. That's the wonderful thing.
So what, you're pro PGA Tour and he's pro live? Is that the issue? I don't know what the issue is.
I don't have a hard
What was your
stance.
take that he didn't like? Do you
Probably that I equated Bryson and behavior and kind of style a little bit to Trevor Bauer. I'm not saying the allegation side of Trevor Bauer, but like his transparency on social media and YouTube with the process of being a pro athlete and the kind of maybe social awkwardness that comes with both of those players. But he didn't like that take, and that's his little opinion. It's cool.
Did you watch most of the broadcast, Tim? Or were you busy for Father's Day?
The U.S. Open? Watched, I probably starting on at least number 7. Watched the entire thing with my family.
Most of it. Did you think Chambly was rooting against?
I wouldn't. No, I understand. There's been criticism of him calling attention to the fact that there wasn't enough penalty for missing as many fairways as he was. But being there with my family, we were talking while watching it, so we weren't like listening in silence, so I didn't hear that. But I am aware that there was a lot. I was listening on my way out here, as a matter of fact. Doug, what podcast was I listening to?
I don't know.
You always ask what I'm listening to when I walk in. Oh, I'll let everybody know. Subpar with Colton Ost and is it Drew Stoles?
I don't know these people.
And they were saying that they thought the Brandel was too hard on Bryson's.
Yeah, I didn't really get that. I thought he was pretty neutral. But God, just people. He posted a picture of himself, of his wife picking him up at the airport, and my God, I've never seen so much vitriol over.
I prefer vitriol.
I kind of do now that I've heard it. I kind of prefer it.
Yeah, reminds me of profiteroles.
I mean, my God, it was like.
Hold on a second. There were people following Brandel Chambly to the airport to get picked up?
No,
Who's got that gig?
No, Brandel posted a picture of his wife picking him up at the airport. She was holding up a sign, looking for the best husband in the world or something like that. And he just said, my wife is the best. And
Woj bomb.
And everybody's just trashing him. Just
10K is not enough to get me to show my life. It just isn't.
She's good looking. But I didn't get all the hate. And it's like, all you try to do is hope he lost on the broadcast. I never saw so much hate for him. I've watched the whole thing. Except for the thing he said about being penalized. It's not Brandel Chambly, or it's not Bryson's fault that he was getting good lies. A lot of people were getting good lies in there.
100% he was not praising Bryson like he would be praising any PGA player if they were tied for the lead or in the hunt. It cannot be denied. Please, do not get me going on this. That's from Mr. Licks.
I didn't say he was praising, and he wasn't trashing him either. It wasn't rooting against him to lose. Now, Bryson kind of took a little shot at him on the set when he said something about he goes, kind of punched him in the arm. I guess my short game is pretty good, huh? So I guess he had said at some point that he's not he doesn't have a good short game. I don't know. But it's just, and I've taken shots at Brando, but I thought he did a good job on the broadcast. But I don't know, a lot of hate on there. There wasn't
You got to find all the games today, folks, on TBS, which on my DirecTV is 242. Is that what it is? 240. I think it's 242. Let me see if I'm right. 242. TBS 242. What did I say?
Did I mention the wrong channel?
No, I just
something we needed to hear.
Doug, wouldn't it be fun on a slow day if we guessed the channels of different...
Yeah, on DirecTV.
Yeah.
Where is it on Spectrum? Where is it on DirecTV?
Like I just throw out a channel, like Discovery Channel, and you got to try to name the channel.
Can I have a brief moment for myself, even though that's essentially been the last 20 years? Is there a difference between AT&T Stream and DirecTV Stream? Because I made the switch from Spectrum on the internet thing.
Right. I thought they were the same company. I thought
that's what I thought as well. But people go, "Oh, AT&T Stream is the best." But then I'm like, "Oh, I think that's DirecTV." That's all. That's a brief moment for myself. I want no more than 10 seconds, Doug.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I used.
You're a Spectrum guy through and through.
Yeah.
Yeah, same family.
I like it easy.
Ideally,
just easy.
Well, you can't.
Well, AT&T fiber is. I've been incredibly pleased. Maybe things will wind up being brutal here at some point.
That's your internet?
Yeah, switched from Charter because it was unbelievable what was going on.
Yeah, I got the internet, AT&T, the new fiber they came out with.
Fiber optic?
Yeah. It's
you got AT&T as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, I have no problems whatsoever, except for Hulu, but it's a Hulu problem. It's not a AT&T problem. But I used to have, every channel I watched would buffer at some point. But I don't have that problem anymore.
Okay. And what's that other one that came in a few years ago? It's One something. A new company. They dug up my front yard. They attacked our neighborhood like an army. They were all around our house, snooping around, front yard, backyard, laying fiber optics in through the front yard, all through the neighborhood.
I don't know.
And nobody asked for it. And so when we called the city, no, we had meetings about this, and it passed. So we gave them the right to do it. No, it's a City of Sunset Hills thing.
Got it. Are you trying to become mayor of Sunset
No.
Hills?
No.
You should be the mayor.
I have no interest in local government. No.
Is this the segment where the panel relives and debates what the pumpkin read on social media yesterday? That's from Starfish Street.
The panel.
The council.
I thought it was a dais. It's a dais, isn't it?
I guess if we were all four on the line, we'd be a panel. But because of the shape of the dais, I don't think it could be considered.
I got a private text from Buck Swope. What? AT&T TV Stream was rebranded DirectStream.
Okay.
So can I use my AT&T fiber account for the stream? That's what I thought. Or do I have to get a new account?
I don't know.
All right, that's another moment for me. That's it. No more moments for me. I'll talk about Ella Reese tomorrow.
And God forbid a radio show would actually maybe read something or look up stuff on the internet for topics.
How about that, Doug?
Mm-hmm. It used to be if you said, well, I saw it on the internet, people would start laughing. Yeah, internet. And now, where else do you read anything but the internet?
Yeah. Hard copy publication. My parents still get the physical
The Live
newspaper.
magazine?
No, I don't know if they get a Live. My mom might. I don't know. But they still get the physical newspaper and like reading it that way.
Licks being a live stan is the most predictable move ever. That regional Xerox sales manager gig leaves him plenty of time to watch Saudi Arabian exhibition golf. I'm sure he bought some Crushers merch, so he'll be looking like a Legends of the Hidden Temple participant at his next Glen Echo scramble. Piss off, Licks.
No.
From Little Tommy Trippins.
Gosh. There's nothing wrong with a Glen Echo scramble.
I love Glen Echo.
It's a great track.
Yeah,
You like
old
that?
school.
We had a scramble there once ourselves.
Yeah, it's where I was bar mitzvahed.
Was it really?
That's where the party was, yeah.
When you're 13?
That's right. Yeah, it was a lot of
And
fun.
you had to do a lot of reading and speaking?
Oh, boy, howdy. You know.
How much reading?
Lead the congregation, baby.
So it lasted for how long? An hour's worth of reading?
2 hours.
Oh!
Wow, is that right?
Oh, yeah, chanting, speaking in Hebrew the whole time.
What, does everybody have to go?
Well, like my family.
Yeah, I know, but like, we're like people invited, like friends of the family.
Oh,
Or is
yeah.
it just the family, like
No,
the
friends.
immediate family?
Friends. But I've told the story
Wow,
that...
what a brutal.
Yeah.
God, I wouldn't want to get that invite.
Big,
2 hours of you reading in Hebrew?
That's right, and then the party afterwards. But
And you can speak Hebrew?
No, I could then. I could speak it enough. But I told the story before in this presentation that there was a more popular girl in school than I was, who at the time went to a different school but went to Ladue before, and she had her bat mitzvah on the same day, and so everyone went to hers.
Oh, that's soul crushing.
Yeah, and then she invited me to her bat mitzvah knowing mine was the same day.
Oh,
really?
Did you go?
gangster.
You didn't go.
Oh, how could? What do you mean?
You had a big party afterwards.
Right, and all the girls went to hers, and I had like all the bros at mine.
Where was the party? Glen Echo?
Glen Echo. Yeah, and that big little...
It's like a wedding reception or something?
It's very similar. Very similar.
And then you're a man at that point, or welcomed into the religion as a full member.
Doug, we have breaking news from Jackson's bar mitzvah. Hey, Berkey, I porked a gal by the swing set at your bar mitzvah. Then I left for Lily's bat mitzvah. That's from Sweet Sweet Kai. Are you aware of this?
Not true.
What age are you when you experience
13?
13.
Yeah, so that's...
So Sweet Sweet Kai was banging in Little Rock at 13 by a swing set? Look at this Sweet Sweet Kai.
False. Sweet Sweet Kai skipped the bar mitzvah service, the 10 a.m.
Why?
to 12 a.m.
I'm doffing my cap
that was
to
his
Sweet
move.
Sweet Kai right now.
That was his move. He would
That's why
always
he's
skip
in New England.
He would skip the service and just go to the party.
Yeah, that's the move.
Yeah, it's just it's uncouth.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll take the label and my 2 hours.
Hey, fair enough.
So he had sex at 13?
No, he's speaking falsehoods.
Yeah, you may want to delete that.
This show becoming wealth shaming central by guys that are pretending that they're not heavyset plumbers from Spanish Lake is a nice new instance of the program. That's from the Chicago Ginger. Doug, different chapters of the program were in the wealth shaming by fake plumbers portion of the air.
And not even a real plumber, not even a journeyman.
Yeah, would have to be a fake plumber. Is that just like a handyman for
I
hire?
guess, probably.
Not bonded by the city?
You think you can handle it until a real problem comes up and then you can't.
Yeah, not union.
You're calling a journeyman. I have a friend who's a master plumber.
Really?
That's a step above journeyman.
I think I'm pretty good at
plumbing.
No, I know nothing about plumbing. Of seeing somebody on the golf course, how they dress, and I can kind of tell if they're well-to-do or not. I think Liv is well. I think that Licks is well-to-do. He looked kind of preppy.
Well-to-do.
He's
That's
well
a
off.
phrase you don't hear a lot of anymore.
No, he looked like a country club type guy.
Mm-hmm.
The way he dressed.
How about you? Do you come off as a country club guy?
No, I mean I dress fairly nice on the course. That's just because I like to dress up on the course. I mean, I
just think the gray and the pink would pop.
I mean, I used to dress to bowl. You know,
What would you wear to bowl?
well, I always wore nice slacks,
Slacks.
a nice polo. I see people bowling now. I see these videos of people shooting 300s around St. Louis. They all have shorts on and t-shirts. Is anybody dressed to bowl anymore? Do y'all look like slobs when you bowl?
Well, people don't dress for much anymore.
Iggy, how are you?
But
People are slobs just kind of in general now.
But I mean, nobody cares.
But you had nice slacks.
Yeah, slick slacks.
And a bowling shirt, I would assume.
No, I never. Well, all these people now, everybody's sponsored by somebody. I mean, you can have a 190 average and Storm will send you free balls for some reason.
Well, don't get upset with Storm.
Well, I used to get free balls too, but I did a bowling show not because of my prowess on the lanes. But I mean, everybody's got a contract with Storm or somebody.
I don't.
But nobody dresses the bowl anymore. It's sad. But I can tell people on the golf course, and I can tell Licks probably is well-to-do. He just dressed kind of preppy, kind of country clubbish.
He's a needlepoint king.
Yeah,
I like that needlepoint kings.
He's got a needlepoint belt.
That usually says money.
Does it?
And preppy.
Okay.
Iggy, you look like a trash bag blowing in the wind at the Hit and Giggle. That's from Mr. Siders. And Doug, he is a member of the Elite Eight of the J. Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship, so he has credibility.
I can't help it. It was windy that day. My pants were blowing. I don't wear straight leg, tight fitting pants like 20-year-olds.
Hey, like a baggy trouser.
Yeah, I'm mid-60s. You dress as a mid-60. I don't dress like a 20-year-old kid.
Baggy's in.
I'm not going to wear Lululemon that are tight around my ankles, and those days are gone.
What did happen on your Instagram last night? Or Twitter? I don't know. Can someone bring up the god-awful skit Iggy did on his social media last night? God-awful. That's from Flocky the Smurf.
I thought it was funny.
You did a little skit?
You know what, Iggy? I saw it, and I said to myself...
Was this on Instagram?
Yeah. I said to myself, that is funny. I laughed. I thought it was funny.
Sketches and bits?
Yeah, it was like it's like a TikTok trend.
Sketches and bits.
I thought it was
funny.
I did too.
My neighbor helped me out with it.
Yeah, I was wondering who the gentleman was. In the
Yeah, he didn't stop it enough because you could hear him snickering at the end.
What did you do?
Like I'm going to it right now.
I mean, I said the D word. I don't know if you can say that on the radio, but I don't think it can in the sense that I used it.
Well, the first thing I see is a picture of your pie that was sitting out there yesterday.
Oh, no.
Was it on your story?
It's on my story. So if you go to Facebook, it's on my story.
Doug, there's
you had the volume turned off.
I did. Well, it's off here, but the volume of the audio that plays is
I see.
I mean, I thought it was funny. I mean, if you didn't like it, too bad.
Flocky the Smurf. Apologize.
Just scroll on by. Watch something else.
Yeah.
The 1,000 people that viewed it seemed to like it.
Are we going to talk about Dogtown Tie advancing to the Final Four? Great pick, KG. What does that mean? The Loomster. Dogtown Tie?
Beat Curtis Hall?
I guess he beat Curtis yesterday.
Doug, you were out there.
I wasn't out there. I was out there twice to play my matches, and that'll do it.
Back to you, Steve.
But what if you could get tickets to the Final Four?
They don't even have tickets. You could just wander onto the course proper.
I'll get you some passes, though.
Yeah, you know the chairman.
Yeah. I could just park in the parking lot and walk out on the course and watch if I wanted, but I don't want
to.
Bring a Channel
Final Four.
Bring a Channel 4 branded camera, pack a film stock, and get out there and shoot some B-roll.
Don't say film stock.
I really liked film stock.
I was going to caddy, but I had a meeting. Couldn't do it.
What kind of meeting did you have?
Meyer Foundation, I bet.
Yeah, golf committee meeting.
Oh.
Golf tournament September 9th, so we're in the process of now just going through things, what we need to do, but...
Is that Buffalo week for Mizzou?
I'm sorry?
Is that Buffalo week for Mizzou football?
Fight. Tiger. Beat. Bulls.
That would be Buffalo week, September 7th.
Well, it's a Monday, so...
It's my brother
won't
Kevin's
interfere
birthday.
with the golf.
Okay.
Yes, I was the preppiest bowler. Look at me. That's like being the cleanest stray dog at Heine Miney.
Oh.
It's from Dogtown Astrovay.
Oh.
Is there a real problem at Heine Miney with the stray dogs?
Yeah.
There was a few.
Yeah, there were rabid in the outfield. Cavernous outfield, Doug. If you went yard at Heine Miney, you could really hit it.
God, was there a fence protecting you from the canines?
Not really.
We were really kind of a free-for-all.
So I would try to hit it, towards the canines.
You remember when Dennis Hopper wandered onto the court?
Yeah,
that would happen every third inning at the...
It's kind of Lime free range.
Free range. I like that.
Like a pack of hyenas. Just cruising through the savannah.
Wild dogs. A dingo ate my baby.
And this is what you have to deal with in right field?
Well, I was never in right field.
Yeah, Doug's not going to be in right field. That's for people like me.
Yeah, that's where you put your lesser player.
Right.
Yeah, I played a lot of right field.
Did you really?
Well...
Because of a big arm or because you couldn't handle anywhere else?
I was a decent little shortstop.
No, were you?
Just one of the world's worst hitters.
Because you were afraid of the baseball?
Couldn't get the barrel to it.
You were afraid of the ball? Thought it would hit you?
That was part of the reason.
Yeah. That's usually what makes bad hitters, is you're afraid of the
I preferred pitches on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah.
I'll reach for it as opposed to getting my hands in.
Nothing inside.
Yeah, no thanks. I own this part of the plate. That's what I tell the 6-year-old pitcher out there.
Nice. Sends a message. It's 7:53 in St. Louis. We are in the Munganess, St. Louis Acura, Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. And I'm getting my vehicle repaired there with the great Ryan Seiberg in the service department. And the insurance claim I went through, James Carlton, now up to 374 5-star reviews. 374 5-star reviews for James Carlton and the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, which is in Webster Groves. And James, of course, a regular on this radio program. Here's another review, Doug. This was posted by, would you say Aaron Garv?
I would, yes.
We had a fantastic experience with our State Farm agent, James Carlton, who made securing home insurance a breeze. Their professionalism and efficiency were impressive, and they ensured we got the best coverage for our needs. As a thoughtful gesture, they even sent us a stamp for our new house, which was a lovely touch. Highly recommend their services for anyone in need of reliable and personal insurance assistance. That's James Carlton. 314-961-4800 or go online at carltoninsurance.net. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton, State Farm. He's my guy. He's been my guy for 5 years. We recommend him wholeheartedly on this program. Doug, our phone lines are brought to you by Collier and Thompson. I'm thinking about doing business with them. I don't know. I don't know what
It'd
we're
be
going to do.
a good idea. It's a great investment in your home because they do absolutely quality work all along. And one of the best things about Collier and Thompson is they have everything in-house. You don't need to go to 5 or 10 different places looking for an electrician, and then you got to find a plumber, and then you got to find someone to set the tile, and you need all kinds of different people to come in and work on your home. Nope, Collier and Thompson has done that work for you. They've got their own people, many of whom have been there a lot of years. They have experts in the field. They know who can get the job done well and do it perfectly. And that's why Collier and Thompson is the best. They handle countertops, appliances, lighting, flooring, hardware, plumbing, you name it. It is all right there in-house. They've got a huge selection of appliances, and they got more than 20 kitchens on display in their showroom. That's more than 10,000 square feet. So if you're looking for ideas, you don't know what you want with your kitchen or your bathroom or anywhere in the house, really, you got to go to Collier and Thompson and just kind of snoop around a little bit.
I like that.
You'll get some ideas. You go, oh, wow, I hadn't even thought of that, but that would work great in our kitchen and bath. And Carolyn and Bob, or the owners, are there, and they're ready to take care of you. They got their own design team there. Service and quality is their number one priority. And if they did a job maybe 10 years or so ago and a door is off a hinge or you need some caulk or something, Matthew, the service manager and appliance installer, will get back out there and help you. They've got an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They won a Torch Award for ethics from the Better Business Bureau. And that is a big thing in this kind of situation, because you get a lot of contractors that don't have the history that you want. They got some history at Collier and Thompson. They've been in business since 1950. Collier and Thompson on Manchester and Baldwin, right next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House. They will take great care of you. Collier and Thompson, come home to quality, online at collierandthompson.com.
Collier and Thompson, the sponsor of the phone lines, the number 636-9004 TMA. Wednesdays are always really phone call focused. And our first caller this morning, it says, Chairman Kurt, you say Mr. Licks and he's loaded for bear.
Yeah, he says he's had just about enough.
Okay. Doug, Mr. Licks is with us on the Collier and Thompson phone lines.
Hello, caller.
I'm hopping mad.
Well, about what?
Jackson and his liberal golf takes.
Liberal golf takes? What are your liberal golf takes, Jackson?
Who knows, but we're about to find out.
I don't just support Live like you said, okay, movie boy. I don't just support Live and that's it. I support capitalism, okay? That's what Live represents. Free enterprise. Laissez-faire, ever heard of it? They teach that in public schools anymore? Probably not.
Oh, gosh.
Wow. Public school shaming.
If someone walks into a room with a lot of money and wants to do something with it, you let them do it. That's how this country works, okay?
What if it's dirty money?
I don't care.
Oh.
It's still green.
Okay. Seems to be the theme. Did I ever say anything to the contrary?
I don't know what you have against Liv.
It's the team thing. That's the only thing that I don't like about Liv.
Why do you hate team?
I just find it goofy. The wearing the clothes in majors I find really goofy.
Unfortunately, that's part of their deal. If they don't have a...
No, I get it. And for that kind of money, I'd do the same
I kind
thing.
of agree that they shouldn't have to wear that.
Yeah, it looks goofy.
On a PGA tour, but...
And the team thing, it doesn't move the needle for me. If they just had a regular tour, maybe I'd tune in, but I don't get the team thing.
How is Bryson not on the Olympic team?
Hey, come on now.
What golf ranking?
Who do I blame for that?
Well, I think you blame the ranking system.
I blame Biden.
What's that?
I blame Biden.
Oh, well, I don't think he came up with a golf ranking system.
He's the president. Can't he step in?
Well, he might be able to, but he hasn't and probably won't.
I think that was Taft who came up with the world official.
Hey, Zach Johnson's awfully silent right now, don't you think?
Okay. Boy, you do have some takes.
Hey, Licks, there was a texter who said they know your brother and that you guys grew up in Chesterfield. Do you want to address that?
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
Did you or did you not grow up in Chesterfield?
I have no comment on the matter.
Oh, Doug.
Gosh, it's not exactly Huntley or Ledoux.
The only saving grace about Chesterfield is Annie Guns.
Okay.
Ooh, good choice. Doug, that Smokehouse Market.
Would Paul Manos technically be Chesterfield?
Doug, was Paul
I think so.
Chesterfield?
It's on Olive, just a little bit east of
West of 270.
Next time you go and ask for my sister-in-law, Michelle, she'll take care of you.
Oh, God.
No.
If you're not in St. Louis, congratulations.
Okay, well, it sounds like you grew up in Chesterfield.
Why do you think Wyndham Clark deserves to be on the team over the guy that just won the U.S. Open, T6 at the Masters?
Well, as I understand it, they had some sort of formula set up, and you had to get certain points over the course of the year, and they're going by ranking points. And because DeChambeau didn't play a lot of the PGA tournaments, he doesn't have enough points.
That sounds pretty dumb, doesn't it? We're talking about the Olympics.
That's just how I understand the system. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how they work those out because, if you look at the Ryder Cup, Brooks had a couple of good majors and he got enough points to make the Ryder Cup. But for some reason, DeChambeau doesn't have enough points to make the Olympic team. That doesn't make any sense. But
Bryson DeChambeau is 28 under across all the majors this year. Do you know who's better than that right now?
No, but is it really going to affect your enjoyment of watching the Olympics, whether he plays golf another round or not?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Bryson represents America.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I guess you'll have to wait another 4 years. Maybe he'll get in then.
So dumb.
All right. Well, sorry you're upset this morning.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Doug, there's
We'll see
Mr.
yous.
Lick's not happy
about
Jackson's live golf takes and Bryson not being on the Olympic team.
Okay.
It'll be Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele.
I guess life is
Wyndham
going...
Clark.
Yeah.
And Darnell Coles.
Happy little hunter.
Yeah, happy little hunter.
Life is going pretty well, and you don't have a lot of problems if you're worried about Bryson DeChambeau not being on the Olympic golf team.
Yeah, can't say it moves the needle for me personally.
No.
Licks, you're at 20 handicap. Shut the hell up. That's from the 314. Mr. Licks for caller of the century. Total package.
I do, by and large, really like Mr. Lick's calls.
Does Licks want any more of those Flemings come listen to a 90-minute presentation and receive a preset menu dinner for free coupons they send out in the mail? That's from Carlos Spicy Wiener.
That kind of sounds nice.
Go play in traffic, you hack. Mr. Licks grew up in Clayton. These listeners know nothing. That's from the self-made stay-at-home Ladue mom.
The listeners know nothing who weren't born in Clayton?
some nice houses in Clayton.
Oh,
So you have
gosh.
to be born in Clayton or better to understand these things?
Well, it doesn't get a lot better than Clayton, does it?
I could think of one municipality.
Imperial.
That was that or Festus.
Clayton has some absolutely gorgeous mansions that you don't really see unless you get off the beaten path there and
Yeah.
go
My
drive
friend
around.
Jimmy Lipsitz, his parents lived on Arundel.
Yeah.
God,
What did Mr. Lipsitz do?
Gorgeous home.
Doctor?
Yeah, he described it to me one day. I said, when I asked him what kind of doctor ours, he goes, breast man. And he started doing the honk honk thing.
That's what the doctor did.
Yeah.
Doug, you like that?
Huh. So he was a plastic surgeon?
I don't know what it was. He was just very wealthy, but very, very nice man.
Yeah. And they let you onto the estate and grounds every now and then?
The estate and grounds.
I was like their adopted kid.
Who were you? Is it because you dressed so well when you were bowling? They took to you then?
No, I was just a nice guy. They liked me.
Hot male screams douchebag?
Until Mrs. Lipsitz caught me with a girl in bed down at the house at the Lake of the Ozarks.
What was she doing down there?
Well, she got up early. I was in the bedroom downstairs, and she got up early and came downstairs, and the girl that I brought down wasn't supposed to stay with the guys. They had a room just for the girls, but she was in my bed, and Mrs. Lipsitz got upset.
Well, I don't think there was a girl alive at that time that could have resisted joining you in your rack. You
I told her she had to go to her room. She wouldn't listen.
No, You told beautiful women, get out of here. But they couldn't help themselves.
Yeah, but there were some nice houses in Clayton, especially on Arundel.
Gosh, yeah.
Did you ask Leo to talk dirty to you?
Was Leo on that trip? Leo Lipsitz?
No, that was well before I knew Leo.
Oh.
I don't even think I knew who a porn star was back then.
Oh, that's right.
Kay Parker?
I knew them, but I didn't really... there wasn't the internet back then. You had to get VHSs.
Mm-hmm.
And swipe them out of my house like Wet Pink.
Yeah, Wet Pink.
Who's
Took it from
got
Tim.
it? Did you ever find it?
Full-scale investigation's been
Never
launched.
showed up.
Mentality, I know where that is. That's at lowtusa.com. If you're dealing with decreased mental acuity, attention span, and stress, can cause focus issues on even the most simple tasks. Belly fat, feeling bloated, and a lack of lean muscle and tone that used to be easy to get rid of or maintain. Well, Mentality can help. They are a local healthcare facility specifically dedicated helping men feel and perform at their very best. Go to lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com. It doesn't matter what age you are. Low testosterone can be an issue with any guy, even if you've tried testosterone before. Not everyone understands the blood chemistry in men's bodies. Mentality can help. The normal range for testosterone is large. If you've been to a doctor and they told you that you were normal without understanding the range or testing your free testosterone, it was not fully looked at, come get checked with us at Mentality. That's lowtusa.com. Mentality. Longtime sponsor of TMA. Just like Family Golf. I was at Family Golf last night. I saw the listeners at Family Golf last night. Were you out there? You were always out there ball striking.
Well, we actually did Tower T yesterday. I should have gone to Family Golf, I guess, but no. I was in the Tower T neighborhood, so we stopped there.
Family Golf and Learning Center has a par 3, has a double-decker driving range, short game area, club fitting, and you can get a fit for a whole new set of clubs or just a single club, as well as full bag fittings. They make St. Louis better at golf, and great instructors there at Family Golf and Learning Center.
They have a darling little par 3.
I like that. Darling little par 3.
It's a fun little par 3 course.
That's where I play with my 6-year-old. It's a great time. Love being there. I'm probably there 3 or 4 days a week at Family Golf and Learning Center. Want to play around but short on time? Our darling little par 3.
That's what it is, yeah.
is the place for you. It's a beautiful 9-hole par 3 golf course. Family Golf features a double-decker driving range and plenty of bays for you to enjoy, plus that short game area. I can't say enough about the short game area at Family Golf and Learning Center. And the instructors, Adam Betts, has a first-class operation at Family Golf and Learning Center. It's familygolfonline.com. Learn, practice, play your best golf, Family Golf Online.com.
You could spend an entire day out there.
Oh,
you could go and get a lesson in the morning, and then maybe play on the darling par 3.
They got a nice little
restaurant, the back 9.
Yeah,
got golden tea in there. My boys like to play that golden tea.
Right, have lunch right there, then come out and hit another bucket of balls. Maybe go to the short
get your
game
work
area.
in.
Putt.
Putt.
And then close it out with the 9-hole little run to the 9-hole.
Yeah, finish your 18 on the darling little par 3.
Yeah. That sounds like a hell of a day.
Yeah.
Mr. 63011 on his fast golf cart says the following. It's a statement. I grew up in Chesterfield. I married well, and yet not a D-bag. Licks, you lay off my boy, Jackie B. You're a 20 handicap. Strode on paper is a better golfer than you. Suck it. That's Mr. 63011.
I had a lot of friends who grew up in Chesterfield. Nice area. Chesterfield and Baldwin.
Yeah. Is that even in question, really? Except from anyone but Licks?
I guess. I don't know. West County shaming coming in.
The more I think about it, I'm not sure how I lost to that guy.
Are we talking about Licks?
He was the better man that day.
16 got you.
16?
Yeah. That putt, that was so horrendous. It was a terrible putt. If you'd hit it a little harder, it would have got down the hill, and you wouldn't be sitting here today. You'd be hoisting it to
Chalice
championship trophy.
Bad yardage early.
The 830 recreator just took shrapnel.
You can't be afraid to get the putt up to the hole.
Never up, never in?
Right.
Tough putt, Doug.
Yeah.
Tremendous putt.
It wasn't a tremendous putt. You left it 30 feet short.
Shut up, Doug.
I know the Licks family. They're all wealthy and they're all great people. Come at Licks, you're coming at me. Hashtag 63124. That's from the self-made stay-at-home Ladue mom.
Who's just been on a red-hot tear. Stay-at-home, self-made stay-at-home Ladue mom. Absolutely apply for the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month for the month.
You think she's live for June?
1,000%.
Now got to be another female winner.
Apply.
If you had no money yourself, but you married into money, that would make you self-made, right?
Yeah, I mean,
because you did it.
Right. Yeah. If you then ask the follow-up question of, how did you become self-made? Then people
that counts as being self-made.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is some people might be dubious after you explain the situation.
Some could.
Just be careful to do, Mom, because I've got ammunition. I haven't used it yet, but
oh no,
I have Jody taking down the names of these people that win and come in and get their prize. So not only will we find out that you're not a woman, but we'll have your name too.
It's doc season again.
But we can't.
You're gonna have him whacked or something?
Then go on the air with that. That wouldn't be cool.
You never know.
You go on the fan page with it.
It would be a Ken Strode production.
Why can't I be the listener of the month, Mr. Powder Boy? That's from Dirty Chewbacca, another female.
No one's saying you can't. You just have to apply to even be considered. You can get in the voting pool just by applying.
Oh, sure you can.
You do that at tmastl.com. It takes you less than 90 seconds to do it. And then you can win a sick Milagro Tequila prize pack and a 1 of 12 TMA tumbler.
And we give away tickets quite often, too, on that app, so it's worth downloading.
Oh, yeah. It's where you can get TMA, Balloon Party, Tim McCurran Show podcast. You'll find Stupiracy on there. All in one place.
I'm still worried about the Ledoux mom being outed. Because I'm sure she's a lovely lady who just wanted nothing more than to stay at home while her husband went off to work at Stiefel and listen to the show and call in and criticize people.
We'll soon find out. If she wins. Are you Phil Elfrink? Maybe it is.
I don't think
know.
it's Phil.
No, I know Phil Elfrink. It's not him.
Yeah.
I would apply for the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month, but my husband would drink all the tequila like the fat drunk that he is. That's from the self-made stay-at-home Ledoux month.
I thought you had him locked in the boathouse. Pool house.
Yeah.
Being married to a fat drunk could be a problem.
Yeah, it sounds like they're having problems because she wants a lot of us to come over and pleasure her.
Yeah.
Yeah, openly.
And we're just not available, frankly.
Locked in the pool house. It's tough. Be nice to have a pool house.
Sponsor of, the buyer for Milagro Tequila, Tim Burkhart, just texted and says, so now Iggy is going to dox all the Milagro Tequila listeners of the month. #perfect. That's from Tim Burkhart.
I was kidding, Timmy, but...
Now that a sponsor has stepped in, it was all just a joke.
Well, like I'm going to read somebody's name. Hey,
That's
just
good.
found out the Ledoux mom is Johnny Johnson.
Johnny Johnson again.
Him again.
Bless America.
No.
Get screwed.
No, you can come in with the fake names all you want. I'm not going to out you. That's why you come in, because you have terrible takes. You don't want anybody to know who you are.
Oh. Well, so you're going to sit there by the front desk and look and see who these people are that come and collect their prizes? Take a picture of them, maybe?
No, ask Jody to let me know. Well, I can know, because they put the real name on the prize pack when they come in, so I can go back and look at the prize pack and see what name's on there.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't be difficult, but I wouldn't do that to these people.
A self-made stay-at-home Ledoux mom says she may apply now, so she might win this thing.
All right.
She's had a great month. It's fun to see.
She really has.
All right, I will close out the Mug and S St. Louis Acura, Mug and S Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. We have the Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown coming your way. In addition to the design, air, heating, and cooling email today, then we got Balloon Party, Wide Berth Wednesday, and then a QFTA to follow. Then I'm at Hot Shots with Riz tonight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Are you?
Yeah, it's a date night for me and my wife, Doug.
And that's where you're going?
That's where we're going.
All right.
Well, I mean,
It'll be fun. Hot Shots is fun.
Sure, but I mean, you just, you don't have a lot of opportunities when you got a 2-year-old and 6-year-old. You've been there, the program.
Yeah, so the kids go to a parent's house?
I would imagine
Or you have a sitter.
her parents will come over, be my guess.
Okay.
But just like me and now my wife, and now our older son, I think her mom was ill this weekend. So, Doug, you know what I say? It's going around.
Yes, it is.
It's going around.
It is, yeah.
I am on Advil. Hey, the listeners texted about the Zicam, sinus or nasal, I don't know, it looks like a COVID test thing. And then
Swab it up.
Swab it up, baby. That's what I mean. Swabs. I'm telling you, that really helped, because I was in a real bad way on Monday. I still don't feel great today, but that helped the cause. But Doug, I'm on Mucinex, Advil Sinus, and the Zicam swabs. I'm all hopped up. And I snorted a rail off your tramp stamp.
You think this is yet another round of COVID?
I keep that health chart because I'm mentally stable.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was going back to look at how many days I have been ill, and it's been about half the days since May 11th.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been...
3 different times.
Yeah.
3 different times. And again, 2-year-old. The guy that was conceived in a commercial break on this show.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's a demon boy because he keeps bringing back illness from this 1 day a week school that he's going to.
Damien?
Yeah, that's what I've decided. I mean,
Demon boy.
He's a demon boy. Yeah. So that's what we're all getting hit with here.
Yeah.
So he'll be held accountable. Also, Ali Marmol on Balloon Party.
Yeah. What kind of beard is that?
Yeah. Despite doing exactly what we asked him to do yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll close out the Mug and S St. Louis Acura, Mug and S Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. This is TMA, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
If you want a first-class, top-of-the-line, high-quality interior remodeling job, you know who I'm going to suggest. Collier & Thompson. Known for their kitchen and bathroom remodels, Collier & Thompson is where you go when you want your remodeling job done right the first time. Collier & Thompson doesn't just do large remodeling jobs. They do plenty of man caves, bars, offices, pretty much anything inside your home. Check out their 10,000-square-foot showroom next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House on Manchester. Let them bring your dream remodel to reality. CollierandThompson.com.
Hey everyone, CD Longo from Longo Biggs Injury Law here. We want to make it clear, if you get injured and you hire us, Doug or I will be your attorney. You may speak with our staff, but the majority of the communication will be with us. We get to know our clients, we become friends with our clients, and we feel a responsibility to get the best outcomes. We're happy to say that we consistently get compensation on our cases that is much higher than the national and local average. If you need help, find all of our information at longobiggs.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Get the best at 100 West. 100 West Dental. No insurance? No problem. 100 West Dental has a plan when you don't. For ease and affordability. Feeling nervous? Not anymore. 100 West Dental provides complete comfort during quality care. Over 350 5-star reviews agree. When you want to get your smile into winning shape, get the best at 100 West. 100 West Dental. Consult virtually with Dr. Pryor or book online at 100westdental.com.
The world's largest sports book in Las Vegas is now right at your fingertips here in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I'm a lifelong sports bettor, and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited about launching our Circus Sports app in Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high betting limits, tight money line splits, exceptional customer service, and more. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Start betting like a pro from anywhere in Illinois.
The Midwest Drag Racing Series presents a night of fire and thunder. Saturday, June 29th at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Jet dragsters, funny cars, and ground-pounding pro mod. Plus the Route 66 Twilight Cruise and Car Show. And for the first time ever in St. Louis, a Jet dragster car burn. The biggest cutting torch will completely annihilate a full-size sedan in a shower of flames and sparks like you've never seen. And to top it all off, the first big fireworks show of the summer. Brought to you by Illinois Tourism in downstate Illinois. Saturday, June 29th. Details and tickets at www.raceway.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here right now with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. I made the switch to start working with you, James. It couldn't have been easier to make that switch to start saving money.
Well, I appreciate that, Tim, and we appreciate your business. Yeah, this is the time to save money. My goodness, we're all feeling it at the grocery store, at the gas pump, etc. So if you've noticed that your insurance rate has gone up, I want to stress how easy it is to get a proposal from us by going online at carltoninsurance.net.
Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency online at carltoninsurance.net.
Hey, it's Jackson. TMA listeners have a lot to think through financially. Saving for retirement and college, while also paying bills and enjoying life along the way. Whether you are starting your financial planning or if you're already retired, call Mark Hanna. Mark works with you to design a financial strategy. His straightforward approach starts with a 15-minute phone call to discuss your financial needs. Visit evergreenstl.com or call 314-889-0503 today. Mark Hanna offers securities through Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA and SAPC, and offers insurance and annuity products through Equitable Network, LLC.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
Hi, this is Chris Pondoff from Illinois Recovery Center. As someone who battled alcoholism and addiction for 20 plus years, I understand the dark places you can find yourself stuck in. Alcoholism and substance abuse takes a heavy toll on your body and your mind, but you can overcome it. Start your journey to recovery at the Illinois Recovery Center. a rehab treatment center that provides comprehensive and customized rehabilitation addiction treatment. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, please know that there is hope. Visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com today.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with Seth Goldcamp of Design Air Heating and Cooling, and I have been a long-time Design Air client. What separates you guys from everybody else?
It's becoming more common for companies to just get their foot in the door. They try to come up with different ways to upsell. They try to see how much they can make off of a customer as opposed to, hey, we're in there to do a service. We're going to do it well. We're going to do it for a fair price.
I don't know how many emails I have received from our listeners who experienced the incredible customer service Design Air Heating and Cooling provides. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at designairservice.com.
Hope your imaginary friends are hungry, because IHOP's new menu, inspired by the movie If, is our most imaginative yet. With blue raspberry pancakes, a pizza omelet, unbelievable soda pops, and more. It's time to set your imaginary friends free. Only at IHOP. Kids eat free every day 4 to 10 p.m. And see If in theaters May 17th. One free kids entree per full-priced adult entree. Restrictions apply. This film is not yet rated.
Open up your TMA mobile app to win a 4-pack of pit passes to a night of fire and thunder, featuring the Route 66 Twilight Cruise and Car Show Saturday, June 29th at the Worldwide Technology Raceway.
That'll be fun.
Bring out the whole family for a night filled with jet dragsters, ground-pounding pro mods, funny cars, and for the first time ever in St. Louis, a jet dragster car burn.
Whoa, this is my wife's car.
It's an incredible night of racing, thrills, and fun for the entire family, including food, beer, merchandise vendors, and DJs, plus 3 live bands. Enter to win your free tickets now at TMASTL.com and on your TMA mobile app.
Butter me up, Daddy.
It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After.
KPNT-FM HD2.
Yeah, I guess it's a sick Ween Wednesday. It is.
It is very sick. Very
Welcome
Wednesday.
in. IHOP 8 o'clock hour on TMA. It's presented to you by Brown and Crouppen. My name is Tim McKernan. On my right is Doug Vaughn. On my left is Ken Strode. Directly across from me is Jackson Bennett Burkett. And 2 doors down, the 1 door down is a restroom, but on the other side of that is Chairman Kurt.
Right. He's sitting there in his office.
Wearing a Padres hat. The Padres hat that Tony Gwynn sported.
Really?
Yeah.
Brown and yellow?
Yep.
Odd colors for a club.
Speaking of Padres, did you watch John Boy's breakdown of Mike Schilt's most recent ejection?
No, I didn't.
Would highly recommend. Schilt asked to be run, and he does it in the most polite way you've ever seen.
Oh, kind of like Gene Hackman did?
Exactly like Gene
Really?
Hackman. Exactly like Gene Hackman.
The guy from the Waltons, John Boy?
John Boy Media. They do breakdowns of, he does like
Is that Richard Scott Thomas? He had a mole.
Wasn't he the guy that kind of broke down the Astros cheating scandal on video?
Yeah, but he's
out?
like really famous for like anytime someone gets ejected, he does lip readings and stuff. It's fascinating and really good. Yeah. But Mike Schilt, Machado didn't like a pitch, and so he was yelling at the umpire, and Schilt's like, I gotta back my guy, but I think you guys are doing a great job, and it was a hard gig.
That's
so
what
he's
he
like,
said?
you're gonna have to run me. And he's like, all right, go ahead and do your song and dance. And he was like, just do it. Just run me.
Wow, how about them?
Really good. I would highly recommend it. It just came out like a day or 2 ago.
Huh. That's an odd thing about baseball, that's a thing.
So weird.
The manager needs to get thrown out to show he backs the players.
It doesn't really help for job security if you can just haphazardly get tossed out of a game like that and, probably still win.
They should do more of that to make baseball fun. Have a lot of people mic'd up. I saw, yesterday or the day before, I forgot what outfielder. They mic these guys up on the Saturday or the Sunday night games.
Usually ESPN likes to do that.
The guy, they're asking him who hits the ball hardest, and they name 4 guys, and he goes, I think about that. And he's going back, and they hit one to him. He's running back to the warning track, and he goes, Bryce Harper probably. And he catches the ball. He's answering the question while he's catching the ball.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. They don't want a timeless order going to take, was it Randy Rao? Pitcher Rao? Anyways, last name's Rao.
Yeah.
Darnell.
He went to
wasn't Darnell.
He went to take him out, and he goes, I still got some, Skipper. You just gave up 4 effing hits in a row. I'm the manager. Shut up.
Oh.
He's screaming at him. Oh, you left him in yesterday? And they start going back and forth, just screaming at each other on the mound.
Yeah. I find when we've got a player mic'd up during the game, it's almost like an invasion of privacy. I'm always a little uncomfortable. I enjoy it. I find it interesting. But at the same time, I'm a little bit uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, they had, I believe it was Kike Hernandez mic'd up recently, and then while they were asking him a question, he
made an error.
He made an error, and then they really kind of soft touch, tried to get back in on the question because they're like, ooh, I don't know if he's going to be in the right mindset to answer this question after booting the ball.
TI Hop 8 o'clock hour here on TMA. Try IHOP's new spring menu featuring tasty classic chicken sandwiches and new cinnamon apple pecan pancakes. IHOP sponsor the 8 o'clock hour on TMA. Coming up on your captain's log, we will have the Munganess Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown. We have a woman sleeping with 600 women. No, I wish. I think it's men. I don't know, people. And then also, Doug, the college football power rankings for 2024, 2025, and 2026.
I haven't even practiced.
Those were just released an hour ago.
Oh, the 26 rankings is what I'm really...
The 2026 power rankings. We don't even know who's going to be on the team.
Read the headline, boy.
Rankings through 2026. We don't know who's going to be. The rosters change
Exclusive
daily
content.
With
It's
the
from
transfer portal.
ESPN's Adam Rittenberg. We'll have that for you. We have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. We have Balloon Party. We have Jackson and I doing QFTA at, I guess, 11:30 with Little Beer Cat's erotic story called The College Cucking.
Oh,
Jesus.
Could he even get into a college?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Community college, maybe. Oakville.
And then I'll be at Hot Shots in Fenton tonight. Me and my betrothed having a date night, Doug.
Okay.
At Hot Shots in Fenton with Riz for the sneak preview party of Stupiracy. Come one, come all, and come on out to the Yankee Stadium of Hot Shots from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. There's your captain's log for the next 12 hours. You can just spend it with us.
Okay.
Especially on a wide berth Wednesday and a balloon party. Those are always really... Ooh, what happened?
I don't know. Somebody rolled a piece of furniture or something across the ceiling.
Skid mark in the bathroom when I went in there.
Oh,
was there really?
You're not going to post a picture or anything, are you?
No, I just want to come on.
Yeah, boy, that's egregious because the flush on that.
It's powerful.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it must have been a heavy one because of my
You like that, Doug? It must be a heavy one.
I don't.
Well, I flushed too, and it didn't go down. It was still little remnants.
Oh my God, it's poop. You don't need to know that. We don't need an update on the scat.
That's right next to us.
LOL, Iggy is right. I did go to a community college. I don't have that licks money. That's from Little Beer Cats.
Nothing wrong with community college.
Will Iggy be at Hot Shots tonight? If so, I will show him my tatas. That's from Dirty Chewbacca.
I won't be.
But you still can send in a picture to Iggy on Facebook.
I just texted it.
A boob job.
Would you go if indeed she will show you her tatas?
Clip it off.
Well, that means she'll be showing me her nuts.
Oh.
Hey, Mike, I want to slap your big butt cheek.
Oh.
Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack is going to be there. And he says it was Juan Soda that was mic'd up. It's still a shame Dylan Carlson was untouchable to try and land him. Big miss. That's from Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack.
You think that was really true?
But he was part of a package that the Nationals were, according to the Post-Dispatch, interested in. It wasn't a Carlson for Soto.
No, I know. But I just be hard-pressed to think that Mizalak would said, no, you can't touch Carlson, even for Soto, even as part of a deal.
Right.
But remember the anecdote of they were in Washington, I believe, and Mizalak walks up to him and shakes his hand, kind of like Michael Corleone at their mother's funeral with Fredo, to let him know he's okay.
Given the look at, was it Al Neary?
That's right. Calling my shot, Little Beer Cat's quote-unquote erotic story will involve high noons, vomit, and some point in Eiffel Tower. Some Carlos Spicy wear.
Well, it's all made up, so whatever.
Yeah, probably is.
You don't think we've received one real erotic story?
This kid couldn't get laid in a whorehouse with a $100 bill in his hand.
Oh,
So is it the problem that the listeners just aren't having sex? Or they're just having vanilla sex?
Probably not enough money. 100 probably won't get it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand if somebody sent in, it's not erotic to him, but I had sex last night. Yes, that's fine. But don't make this stuff up. So my wife had 3 girls in there, and I asked me to join, and it's not happening.
Yeah, come on.
Ew, Mommy! Go look in the toilet.
Oh, gosh.
Doug, that reminds me it's time for the Mug-Ass Daily Fantasy Sports Show.
Oh, that's no lead-in for that.
That's like your team last week was in the toilet.
Wow, wow.
God.
Well, and now it's on to Connecticut. We go from the Memorial Signature event to the U.S. Open at Pinehurst, where the players are beaten down, and they have another signature event this week. Doug, if you draft Rory McIlroy, you'll have to get another player. He is not participating in the festivities.
He doesn't want to play anymore. Okay, so
Iggy, it's your box.
It's going to take a while. Yeah, he'll play in the Scottish Open. That's the next event, I think.
Okay.
Doug, what are you looking at this week? You looking at like last week? You need to hit the ball pretty far. This week, not so much. It's the shortest course they play all year.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Shorter than Harbor Town?
Yeah, it's the shortest course they play all year. But what they did this year, Doug, is because last year, I think Bradley was 23, 24 under, I think.
What was Keegan Bradley last year?
I don't know.
Yeah, they just tore this course apart. So they've pinched the fairways.
Pinched them?
Yes, they grew the rough. So 40-yard fairways are now 30-yard fairways.
Okay.
So to try,
Who'd you pick?
So I went with guys that hit the ball straight.
Who
Doug.
are some
That's all
of
you
these
need,
guys?
straight balls.
Maybe give us a list now.
So we're going to start at the bottom.
Okay, go
Guy
ahead.
hits it straight, and one of the best.
Can we have a
putters
name, please?
Best putters on tour, JT Poston.
J.T. Poston.
Postman always rings twice.
Okay.
Doug, this is a huge pick for you.
A huge pick for me. Xander Schauffele.
Oh, X going to give it to you.
Wow.
He did.
Has there been a more consistent player in 2024? I mean, actually, I think he's been more consistent than Scotty Scheffler.
Yes. Might win another gold medal. It's amazing every week. The first player you pick is like the second
You
highest
see me.
priced
You
player.
watch me pick them. You watch me do it.
I know. I don't know why I'm playing this guy.
Well, then don't play him.
Because every time I play him, he sucks. When I don't play him, he has a good week.
Well, then don't pick him.
He hits the ball long, but he's straight, Doug, and he's got a good short game. I'm
Who's
going with the bastard Seb Straka.
The bastard Seb Straka.
He's missed 5 cuts this year. I think I've played him all 5 times. He's missed the cut.
Now watch me pick the names.
So it'll be 6 missed cuts this week. No, there is no cuts this week, so I'll be fine.
I'm not looking. I don't even have my head in that direction.
Scotty Scheffler.
Well, whoever it is, that's who it is. It's got in the game. Victor Perez.
Well, it'll be a cost-effective play.
He's been hot lately.
Okay.
What do you like about his game?
Well, I like the fact that the piece of paper with his name on it was right where my fingers were.
You had a torrid love affair with a man named Victor once.
That's right.
I believe south of the border.
No. He handled all of my needs.
Yeah,
all inclusive in Mexico, for sure.
Nice.
Doug, I'm just going to keep playing him until he tells me not to play him anymore. But
has he ever told you anything?
There's really no weakness in his game. Maybe putting a little bit, but I'm going with Tom Kim.
You're going with Tom Kim. Okay.
Tom Kim. Make sure it's not Siwoo Kim or the other 5 Kims out there.
I got Tom.
All right, I've got one in my hands. Who is it? Adam Scott.
It's a hunky little
He keeps
dish.
getting these sponsored exemption to these signature events.
Okay. Okay, who you got?
Doug had a nice finish last week.
All right, who you got?
Another guy hits it straight. Be defending in a few weeks. I'm going with Brian Harmon.
Brian
Happy
Harmon.
little hunter.
Happy little hunter, Doug.
Okay, happy
Doesn't seem
hunter.
all that happy to be honest.
Chairman Kurt says, just for transparency's sake, Poston is 51st strokes gained putting this season. Don't believe fake news. Chairman Kurt, Doug, from 2 doors down.
Yeah.
Last year he was 28th, and he.
Well, this tournament's not last year.
I just got Russell Henley.
Well, go back to last term when he won. I think he was 50
I'm not
for
gonna go
50
back.
inside 10 feet. So
I'm not going back anywhere.
Russell Henley with a wonderful Sunday at Pinehurst, Doug. Is that why you picked him?
I
The
know.
momentum that he's...
His piece of paper with his name on it was where my fingers landed.
Well, you can switch, Doug, because I have Russell Henley.
Well, you can switch.
Oh, wow.
Mine's already locked into my team.
Yeah, so is mine.
No, you got a box full of players there.
Well, you can switch if you want.
Say you will.
Jason Day.
Who?
Oh, nice. J-Day.
Jason Day.
Jason Day.
Day, okay.
Is that the Aussie accent?
Yeah.
It was well done.
That was a good effect.
Iggy didn't get it.
Who's your favorite Australian?
Oh, gosh.
Margot Robbie.
It's a good call, Tim.
Who was the guy who played the... Gosh, my mind's going blank. He said, that's a knife. Was it
Paul Hogan.
Paul Hogan.
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good call.
I'll go with Mamu Lee.
Okay.
That's not my pick. That's my favorite Australian. I don't think last week's going to affect him this week.
Probably
though.
not. No.
If he could have putted a little better, he probably would have won this tournament last week. But this course is perfect for him.
Cantlay? It sounds like a Cantlay.
I think he's going to be on the podium this week, Tim, going with Patrick Cantlay.
On
There
the
it
podium.
is.
Cantlay. Okay.
I wonder if I switch Henley, who I can get. Hold on, Doug. Maybe I'll switch.
Okay. I'll pick another one.
Yeah, well, you pick. I'll see if I can't switch this guy out. What do you got?
Wyndham Clark.
8,800 to play with.
You know, Doug, pretty much undisputed is the second best player in the world at one point in the season, but he's fallen off. What have you noticed?
Well, I didn't notice a damn thing. I noticed that the box was over here, and I reached out my left hand, and that was the name that came out of there.
You know what I'm going to do, Doug? Because I want us to go. I don't want us to have the same player because it's a better shot at both of us cashing.
Yes.
So Jackson, switch Henley out.
Oh, wow, what a move, what a moment.
It's probably a bad move, but give me another guy who hits the ball straighter than anybody on this
who is
planet. Put Corey Connors in there.
Tempo Town.
Okay.
Yeah, that is Tempo Town.
All right, so...
Okay, so we're set.
Yep.
Phew, sometimes that's exhausting.
I left $500 on the table, Doug.
Well, get someone else.
No. If I didn't get him, I would have had to get Thagala or Keegan Bradley.
Okay.
I have no interest in either of those guys.
All right. Okay. Well,
There you
thank
go. We got
Mungan
6
S.
different
They even
players.
Mungan even provided a perfect little...
Yeah, that is nice.
Really
It's
solid.
really sweet.
Mungan Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown, and now it's on to Connecticut. Transform your story at Illinois Recovery Center. At Illinois Recovery Center, the team believes in the strength of every individual's journey to recovery. Whether you're taking the first step or continuing your path, the IRC's dedicated team is here to support you. Discover the path to lasting recovery and renewal at Illinois Recovery Center, where compassionate support meets personalized care for your unique journey. Embarking on the path of recovery is a profound journey of breaking free from the chains of addiction and actively building resilience. It's about tapping into the inherent strength within, acknowledging the battles faced, and emerging victorious over adversity. In this transformative process, individuals unleash the power of their recovery, realizing that each step taken, each challenge overcome, contributes to a stronger, more resilient self. The IRC builds the unwavering determination to thrive beyond the shadows of the past. Whether you've made the life-saving choice to seek help on your own, or you want to be prepared for the other side of an addiction intervention with a loved one, the chance to learn about addiction recovery is available to you at the Illinois Recovery Center in Swansea. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please call 888-472-9559 or visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com. And you should probably spend some time doing some thinking about it, just like you should with Circa.
Absolutely. Because, Tim, they got over at Circa $16 million in guaranteed prizes for their 2 contests coming up for this football
In guaranteed
season.
prizes?
Oh, yeah, it's guaranteed. There could be more, but $16 million is the floor for both for the combined purse of these 2 competitions that they have. Open until September 7th at 2 p.m. You have to sign up for these competitions at Circa Sportsbook in Nevada, but your weekly picks can be made through a proxy from anywhere. First up, the Circa Millions. $6 million in guaranteed prizes. It's $1,000 per entry, max of 5 entries per person. You pick 5 teams against the spread every week. Winner takes home $1 million.
Unbelievable.
Then they have the Circa Survivor with $10 million guaranteed to the winner or winners, $1,000 per entry, max of 10 entries per person. You pick 1 team straight up every week to win. If the team loses or ties, the entry is eliminated. You can only pick each team once in the season. Go 20-0 or be the last person standing to win. Both of these contests going on right now at Circa Sportsbook in Nevada. You have to register there, but then your weekly picks can be made from anywhere. St. Louis, Illinois, wherever you are. They can be made with Circa. September 7th is when they close. So whenever you get out there this summer in Vegas, sign up for these Circa competitions. Until then, you can bet on the Circa Sports app in Illinois.
There it is. Circa is where you can wager. Yesterday, Jackson did some research. And Jackson, don't tell people where you're getting your information, but he gave Jamie Rivers, his nemesis on 101 ESPN, a little pro tip. Let's take a listen to the audio of this. Jackson, you want to give the background, the context?
For sure. So usually the Cardinal lineup comes out during the Fast Lane, which is on from 2 to 6 p.m. on 101 ESPN.
Sure.
And so they do the lineup game where they guess who's going to be in the Cardinal lineup. And then after they do what they call home run derby, where they pick a Cardinal every day to hit a home run. And so I told Jamie Rivers I would do a deep dive stat look to see who I think would hit a home run for him.
Really?
And this was the result.
All right. Munoz. By the way, I had a little research team myself, put some things together.
Gyro Munoz?
Yeah. Munoz, righty. 71%
of the time he throws a fastball. Batting average against his four seam is 368.
Did you just pull the notes out from somebody else?
I had a psychopath put this together for me.
Nice. Is it Karen?
No, she writes way prettier than this. So who did you pick?
Brandon Crawford.
Yeah, I'm going with Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie barrels the ball way better than anybody against these fastballs. So, by the way, this was DJ Piddles with the help on this one. Wow. He was bored. Said he was going to do a deep dive. He came up with all sorts of great stats on this. So, if Goldie fails, Piddles, you're fired.
All right, there you go.
Yep. Well, first at bat, Paul Goldschmidt. How do you do?
Piddles knew.
2-run yard work for Paul Goldschmidt. We were sitting in here yesterday. I don't know. I was here until about 3, BSing with Jackson. And Jackson's doing all this deep dive research. And he starts rattling off players who are in a favorable position based on the pitching matchups. And so then I'm like, you know what? I'll put in 6 DraftKings rosters. And there was a time that I was leading and winning $2,000. And Jackson was in 6th place.
Yep.
Now that didn't wind up. I think I finished in 7th place.
Yeah, we both got screwed by Mason Wynn being.
That hurts.
Brutal. I mean, it's 0 points
because I left. Yeah, I left, and I probably wouldn't have put him in there. Honestly, he had 2 home runs. Betancourt did. I didn't realize he had 2. Jeez, he was the cheapest player. He didn't have 2 home runs. He had a home run. Yeah. He had 2 hits.
2 hits, RBI, 2 RBI hits. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, this Jackson.
Couldn't
He's got knowledge.
almost every night the most likely guy to hit a home run would be Paul Goldschmidt?
No. Not according to some of the stat work I do.
He does stat work.
I have some stats for today's game if anyone's interested.
I wouldn't share them.
I'll give one. My second pick also, the Jamie Rivers for homer. If Marshy took Goldschmidt first, was Donovan, who also homered.
I mean, he was all over. He was all over Jesus Sanchez, who homered 3-run homer in the bottom of the first, eh?
Yeah. So this guy they're facing today hasn't pitched yet this season, so it's tough. But I'm going off his last year's stats. He throws a lot of sinkers, like 47%. He throws a sinker. Brendan Donovan is tied for 7th in Major League Baseball for run value versus a sinker in 2024.
Doug shipped some stuff on Brendan Donovan today.
I don't know that I will.
Righty on lefty.
So you're picking him to hit a home run?
Not necessarily, but to have the Cardinal offense should have a good day today.
Bet the Cardinal over, or the team, the game over.
That's something I did do last night.
Yeah, that was easy money.
I was like, all right, if Jackson's got all these offensive numbers, I'm like, I got a fiduciary responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it wasn't even Sweat.
Yeah, both.
The Sweat became my draft cat because I had 6 rosters. And I'm like, holy crap. And then I was thinking to myself, what would I do if your information... I felt like I would have had a moral obligation to give you a piece of the winnings.
No. Because I put together rosters too based on the information I had, so it's not like I didn't have any skin in the game.
Where do you get all these numbers, guy?
No one share.
No,
it's like poker players telling their secrets. But this is the thing that's so... And I think baseball is probably the best. Maybe golf is also there. I don't know. As far as how predictive... it is with regard to statistics, which I guess is why the organizations over the last couple of decades have made their move to the hashtag analytics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Lynn and Munoz yesterday are both fastball-heavy pitchers. Lynn, slow fastballs, and that's red meat for offenses. But
all these analytics haven't seemed to help hitters very much. Look at the batting averages around the league; they're all in the tank.
Right. Yeah. Well, good pitching stuff.
No, nobody hits 330 anymore. 320.
Arise.
Hardly anybody.
For the Miracle on Ice does.
He's about it.
Yeah. Useless.
Nice.
Yeah.
Teoscar Hernandez was the beneficiary, though, of some bad umpiring last night. Did you see that?
No.
He totally swung that pitch. They call it no swing. He hammers the ball the next pitch, and the right fielder for the Rockies was the bantiest of banty little roosters.
What'd he do?
Oh, he was throwing his glove around, screaming at the umpires.
The right fielder was?
Yeah, the ball was hit over his head for a homer, and he was fired up.
Because he thought Hernandez should have been called out the pitch before.
Yep.
So the right fielder was the one who took it personally.
I guess.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
There's some info out there. I find it interesting. I'm trying to get become a stat guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
It's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to play those games.
I'm bad at math, so I feel like this is a fun way to get into math.
She's doubling her pleasure in 2024. After infamously betting 300 people in 2023, Annie Knight is aiming to sleep with 600 lovers this year, and her mom supports her erotic endeavor. In her interview with Love Don't Judge, you read Love Don't Judge?
Yeah, every day.
The 26-year-old blonde said she broke the news to her mother, Karen, who offered up an unexpectedly empowering response. Quote, "You know what you're doing," the proud parent purportedly told Knight. "Perhaps you're trying to show that a woman can have control of what she does in her life," end quote. However, not everyone is as supportive of Knight's nymphomaniacal behavior?
I would think that's probably it, yeah.
Quote, "I've had very mixed reactions. Some people have been super supportive, and then I've had the majority of people judging me, saying that I'm riddled with STIs, that I'm not safe, and that I'm disgusting." Were those like her friends, or were those anonymous people on social media?
People who took to social media.
Why don't you quit telling people on social media how many people you're banging?
Knight has an OnlyFans account and is regularly tested for any nasty infections. Quote, "I'm very safe because obviously with my work, I have to be. You can only film with creators when you're clean. We do full STI checks every 2 weeks and practice using protection. You can only film with creators when you're clean. We do full STI checks every 2 weeks and practice using protection." Doug, I'm going to go get the papers. Get the papers.
What's the I in STI?
Infection.
It got changed from disease.
Okay. Because someone had their feelings hurt.
Scarlet Letter. What's her first name?
You're going to look her up now.
It's leak season.
Yeah.
It's leak season.
Leak season.
Yeah.
It's leak season. Annie Knight.
Annie Knight? Is it IE?
As opposed to
ANNY?
Right.
Anyone spell their name like that?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I just don't. Wouldn't you be exhausted? 600, that's almost 2 a day.
Yeah, sporting. So I guess she skis.
Would you just get worn out at some point?
I had sex and now Dad is dead.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the kinky content creator appears to have inherited her mother's feminist outlook on life, saying she believes men and women are held to different standards when it comes to their sexual behavior. Quote, "What's the difference between a man sleeping with 5 people in a day and a woman sleeping with 5 people in a day?" The amorous Australian asked. You like that, the amorous Australian?
I didn't
This is
like
a big
it,
segment
no.
for Australia.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't understand why when a man does it, they celebrate it and call him a legend, but when a woman does it, we're called names and ridiculed. It's not fair.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but like they're presenting it like this is the first time anyone's ever thought that.
Yeah.
Like the double standard's pretty well, I feel, well documented.
The bisexual beauty, so much an alliteration all over.
Yeah, it's just
And
wonderful.
repeating.
Who beds both men and women, hit headlines after declaring that she slept with 300 people last year. The ambitious beauty wanted to get her count to 365 and 24, nearly eclipsed that already by June. Now Knight says she's decided to up her annual count to 600, having already had sex with citizens in 11 different countries. That is fun.
Good for her. So she's not picky, apparently. Just anyone will
Sporting.
do.
Sporting.
She's not nude, but
There she is, Doug.
Anyone will do.
she's from Australia. Kind of skinny.
Looks very attractive. You already found that on OnlyFans leaks?
No, I went to her Instagram account. If I bring up OnlyFans account, there could be a video, and there could be some screaming or moaning as I turn it on. So I just
We'll turn the audio off.
it don't matter. It still comes.
Doesn't matter.
I just want to see what she looked like. She's very attractive.
Okay.
I knew that I had to have you inside me.
Oh. So what does she get out of this? They video all the sessions and then she puts it on her OnlyFans? That's
Yeah, probably not ever.
the payoff?
If you're doing 600 a year, that's
Well, why would you do it if not? If not to
reps.
Yeah, you got to get reps.
I don't know
in.
that she needs reps
It's
at
like
this
Jackson
point.
with the Sports Center updates. Those are reps.
I mean, it took me a lifetime to get to that number. She's doing it in a year.
Sure. Someone's better at you than something? Hard to believe.
Seed dumpster.
Oh.
Well, she's probably doing 10, 12 at a time.
Really?
I don't think you can handle 12 at a time.
Doug,
Oh, if she gets into the bed with 12 girls and starts going at it, she
Bill.
counts that as 12.
Oh, Bill. Give me a spot behind the potted plant.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, you can't do 600 in a year. That's 2 a day.
Oh, what an orgy.
Okay,
time in the
That's right.
day.
Our 20th anniversary orgy is fast approaching.
Oh, yeah.
God, it's amazing.
I would assume Hoffman would be there,
Are your
unfiltered.
Are your clamps in yet? Or are you using someone else's?
Nipple or otherwise?
You can
Cut
put them
off.
wherever you want to put them. Wherever they fit, I guess.
I don't have any clamps this season.
I got an extra set.
Yeah, you do have clamps, don't you?
I do.
Didn't you wear them in here one day?
Yeah, I brought them in. A little show and tell.
Yeah. Can you do that again right before the orgy proper?
What's that?
Can you wear them again right before the orgy proper?
I'll wear them any day you want me to wear them, Doug.
Okay.
Got plugs, too.
Oh.
That's nice. A little artillery of sex toys.
Yeah, I do like that.
Okay.
Doug, it's been well documented that Deke Dotem is close with his father-in-law.
Maybe too close.
And he's written into Gabe on a post-game show about it. But he's not the only one. This is starting to become more common.
It is not.
Take a listen.
More time. Sorry.
Clip one.
Dotem, father-in-law.
Ah, got
Clip
it.
I accidentally got into bed with my father-in-law.
Hot.
My father-in-law is staying with us for a few days. We gave him our room while he's here. It's bigger, and we just felt it's the right thing to do. Last night, he went to bed, and my wife and I were downstairs watching TV and drinking. She went up a while later, too, and I said I'd be up soon. I was getting pretty tipsy at this point. As I went upstairs, sleepiness and my tipsy state meant I forgot that my father-in-law was in our room. I entered the room and got naked, which is how I sleep. I saw a figure curled up in bed and got next to it, wrapping my arms around what I thought was my wife to see if she was up for sex. He's a light sleeper and turned around immediately, saying, quote, "Chris?" Oh my f***ing God. I jumped out and fell to the floor. It was dark, and for some reason, I decided to get dressed there rather than just run to the guest room where my wife was. I stumbled over my clothes and somehow got them back on. By the time he got the table lamp on and was just looking at me with a what the f*** expression.
Yeah, I would think.
I said sorry and went to my wife. I didn't wake her up. I just got up this morning and I'm typing this in bed with a massive hangover and a father-in-law who I tried to spoon. Probably talking shit about me to my wife downstairs.
Yeah, probably.
I have to go downstairs at some point. Any idea what to do or how to address it?
I got a guy you can contact.
How drunk do you have to be to not be able to tell your wife from your father-in-law in bed?
Well, it's a lie, so.
I accidentally got into bed with my father-in-law.
Accidentally.
Hot.
Could he have been wearing a wig, maybe?
Well, first of all, I said it's dark, too.
Dark, and he was a little tipsy.
A little tipsy, but then I spoon with it. I didn't really feel her hairy butt. Her hairy arms, and her muscles.
All right, stop it.
Thought it was my wife.
I like it. I like bad boys.
But we've talked before, like, this is not new territory for us.
Yeah, guys have been hooking up with their father-in-laws.
They haven't.
For a long time.
I don't even think they're emails anymore. I just think the people doing these podcasts just make up their own story and then read it.
Yeah.
And act like somebody sent it in.
Well, this one got read on this program here.
Why are only your escapades real?
Well, I don't need to lie. I'm not doing a podcast where I got to do this stuff every day.
This is a podcast that we do every day.
It's a radio show.
All right.
But it counts as a podcast.
Semantics.
On our contracts, they call us podcasters.
Yeah, but we don't talk sex every day on the show and orgies and
Pretty
sleeping
much.
with men every day.
Oh, what an orgy.
But it's just, you look at it. It's like if I came in here tomorrow and say, oh, God, I went to the wrong apartment last night and got into bed. I didn't know the girl was there. God, it was so embarrassing.
That happened to a buddy of mine.
I mean, you believe it?
That happened to that really.
I
happened
can
to a
make
buddy
stuff
of
up
mine.
like that.
He really got in bed with someone. He thought it was these apartments in college where they all look the exact same, and he went into the wrong floor and hopped into bed with some guy.
You're kidding. How do you get in the door?
Did they wind up hooking
It was
up?
unlocked.
Tell me they wound up hooking up.
No.
I'll excuse myself.
He said the guy rolled over and started screaming.
I would too.
He ran out so fast. He like tripped over it. Oh my God. Yeah, that really happened to a buddy of mine. He hopped into that.
Don't you recognize immediately whether there's someone in the bed that should or should not be there?
And then it happened again where like the guy whose bed he was in then messed up and went to his bed like a month or two later, went a floor too high.
Same
So they were in the same bed again?
They were destined to be together.
And that's when we all started questioning if there was something more nefarious going on. This really happened.
Now, there are times, and luckily there's neighbors in now that thankfully lock their door. But when I take the garbage out, there's two dumpsters. There's one I take pictures of that have all the mattresses and stuff out there. But the one closer is the one around the, like in the backyard. I just go around the corner. And there is sometimes when I'll take the trash out and then I just automatically stop at my old apartment and start to go in, forgetting that I moved into 4 and I'm not in 3 anymore.
Right.
So it would be embarrassing if they didn't lock the door one day. I just walked in and I have neighbors in there now.
You miss that old apartment, don't you?
No, I don't really, but everything's backwards in this apartment. Everything's on the left over the other apartment was in the right as far as light fixtures and that. So there's still times when I go in and I hit something. God, there's no light there. It's on this side.
Oh, yeah.
So I still get confused, but there's times I just come around the corner and just start to walk in. I don't live here anymore.
Yeah. Well,
how do you know I'm freaky?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
Thought
think
I
you'll
still
stay
live
there?
here.
Will you stay there long term, or will you look to move when this lease is up?
I'm looking now.
What part of town are you looking to move in?
Where are you going?
Where I'm at?
Maryland Heights.
I mean, I'm 3 minutes from work. That's what I like about this.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find someplace close, but
Well, there might be some places here you could almost walk here. Aren't there some apartments just real close to here?
How about that?
I have the sales staff looking into it.
The sales staff has to find you an apartment?
No, if I come up with ideas. Look, I'm thinking about moving. Is there any place around here that would want to come on TMA and be part of it? And I could be their spokesperson.
And you could live there free.
Live where Iggy lives.
You think that'd be a big attraction to people?
It's just a thought. Probably not. I mean, considering I've had one live spot in 3 years, I'm probably not going to get it.
Jesus.
Live where Iggy
fact
Was that
is-
a grievance filed against the sales staff?
No,
right
not
there?
at all. We have the best sales staff in the United States.
Time to take a break.
They're great. I mean, nobody wants to buy me. They don't know who I am. But the fact is, if I have an idea that, hey, I'm thinking about moving, if we can get, a complex as close to here on board, I can do their spots farm. It's just an idea. If we don't, we don't. But it's worth a try.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a new mattress. Is there a mattress place that wants to come on board? I can be a spokesperson for, hey, I've got a great night's sleep with this new mattress. If you don't throw out ideas, it doesn't happen. So,
got to shoot to score.
Yeah, so if it doesn't happen, I'll go buy a mattress.
Now, my understanding is that you sent this email to John Kiowski.
No?
I think you did by mistake, though.
What email?
The email about that you're looking for a new place to live and a new mattress.
Well, I think I did put him, and I put Tommy on there too.
Oh, you did include him intentionally.
And the 5.
No, we thought that you meant to send it to Jesse J. Kiowski, Doug, and then John Kiowski, but you actually did send it to John intentionally.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just so we know.
To find you an apartment where you can live for nothing.
Well, I was told when I did this, CC, not
I can
John.
hear Kurt laughing through the wall.
Well, he's in charge of sales, so just, hey, here's what I'm trying to do.
He's direct. That's Keith Krause.
That's like asking Joe Biden to take care of a speeding ticket.
I'm sorry, I asked John, but
Oh, gosh.
I said, I don't know. I'm not in the sales meetings. I just said, here's what I'm thinking. So that I'm actually thinking about the show and not, if we can get some new sponsors in here, here's an idea I had.
Right. Live where Iggy lives.
And I'll stop sending him then.
Party where you party.
Right,
No, keep sending him.
No, don't get upset.
I'm sorry, John.
Hello, la la la.
This is the guy that runs all of the stations here. The big dog for all of Hubbard in St. Louis.
I was just talking to him in the break room.
You want him to find you an apartment?
No, just to keep him informed of what I'm sending the sales staff.
All right.
Because they say, well, you got to give us some ideas, just to let you know I am.
Yeah.
Can you CC me on these going forward?
No.
For sure.
They're probably stupid ideas, but at least I'm trying to come up with something.
Yeah. It's worth a shot. Run it up the flagpole.
What is? What if there's a company that says, oh, we listen to the show every day. Yeah, we'd love to have Iggy live here.
Yeah.
Maybe not. There may be a mattress place. Oh, we'd love to be a part of the show. Yeah, let's do that. You never know. I'm not a salesperson. I call him myself. You want to be part of the show? Not really. Thank you. Bye. I'm not a salesperson.
But you did clear markets. I feel like you have some sales in you.
No. Terrible salesperson.
#curious.
I'm sorry, John.
You probably got a chuckle out of that.
Just trying to. He probably looked at me and goes, what the hell's he doing? What do I
Good morning.
What do I got to do with apartments? Like,
At the sales meeting last week, it was me, Kelly Hanna, who's the GSM for 101 and TMA, Tommy Mattern, and Jesse Kiowski. And we were talking, I don't even recall what we were talking about. Oh, year-end awards and TMA Trivia Night coming up later in the year. And then a couple of different things that were available. And then somebody said, oh, and Iggy's looking for a new apartment. And had an idea for like a cribs type of thing. And I said, oh, really? I didn't know that. You know, I was thinking, oh, it might have been on like one of the Fridays that I'd been off. And Tommy said, yeah, I got an email. It's not a bad idea. And then he read the open, hey, I'm looking for a new apartment. And he said, but I think he sent it to John by mistake.
oh. No, I put him in there.
And then Jesse goes, a lot of people send things that are meant for me to my dad because of the Jay Kiowski thing. So everybody thought it was a mistake, and we were envisioning John in the midst of all that he has to tend to, getting an email that opens up, hey, I'm looking for a new apartment from you.
Maybe
it was meant for Jesse.
Sorry, John, it was meant for Jesse.
Yeah, I think that's the line counsel would advise you to take.
We'll scrap the last 10 minutes.
I was looking for Jesse.
But it's not really her job to find you a place to stay either.
Yeah, for being honest.
Well, that's the point. I would have put, hey, Jess, I know you're a promotions director, but can you find me an apartment, too?
Dear anyone who will listen.
No, I think they're both CC'd on it. I think I put the sales, 5 or 6 people I know that sell TMA on there who have sold us in the past.
I think they probably assume at some point that they're hiring adults for these jobs at these stations who can find their own damn place to live.
I got to get to
just listening and learning.
My God, Doug, Jesus. I mean, I'm just trying.
Doug, you just landed an uppercut.
I'm just trying.
Okay.
I'm a little tired of paying my electric bill. Think we can get Ameren on board?
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, why don't you call them, see if anybody knows you.
You'll probably get the last laugh.
Oh, right there. Right there, Doug.
You'll get the last laugh when some apartment complex will say, you know what, we like that idea. It could still happen for you. It could.
It would be the ultimate spiking of the football.
I'm kind of giving up on it now.
Don't give up on it.
I just throw out ideas. They don't work. They don't work. That's all I can say.
Doug, you got to put pucks on net.
You do. I know.
I mean, I said I would like to start doing a grilling thing in the summer. And Greg reached out to Bowman's. And so it was worth it.
Yeah.
If they come on board, fine. If they don't, they don't. It's worth a
Bowman's
call.
has what now? What does Bowman's have?
Bowman's Fine Meats down in Brentwood, Manchester. Great steak.
Okay.
Just a little east of Carl's, right?
Yeah. Great people.
Jesse Kiowski just texted me, I've never loved a segment more than this.
Yeah, this needs to go on the skeleton.
I don't know.
You've had it at this point. Absolutely had it. Well, it would be a nice quest for not just the station brass, but for the listening audience to help find you a better apartment for less money.
No, not for. I put it on my Facebook page yesterday. I'm looking for a mattress.
A mattress.
Crowdsourcing season.
I need an adjustable mattress.
Adjustable?
Yes.
Like a hospital bed?
Like one of those Craftmatic things that come up and down?
Yeah, I'm having trouble sleeping on my shoulder. It falls asleep after I wake up, and I got to turn over to the other shoulder.
Those are expensive, those adjustable beds.
Tell me about it. I said, and something that's not going to break the bank, and somebody reached out, I can get you a good deal on this. For you, I can get it for $4,800. I'm like, God
Come on,
almighty.
you got to be kidding me.
I said, that's a little out of my price range. He goes, come on, you spend a third of your time sleeping. You don't want to skimp on a mattress. I said, yeah, but I spend half of my time in radio. I have no money.
Oh.
Jealous, Raby?
I bet he is.
Yeah, I'm not. And again, somebody said, looking for a freebie? No, I'm not looking for a freebie. No. Even if we had a mattress place on board, I wouldn't ask for a free one. I'll do your spots and they'll be part of the show, but I'm sure I'll pay for it.
No,
but I just want one where I can't sleep on my back.
You just need a mattress.
But if I have an
and
adjustable, I could sleep on my back. And it'd be so much more comfortable and I get a good night's sleep. But it happens, it happens. It done it. I just reached out and said, here's something we can sell.
It's absolutely worth a shot. I'm looking for a plastic surgeon to help remove my turkey neck.
There you go. Well, you got a hair transplant, and they became a sponsor.
Right. That's how it works.
So I can't look for a mattress and have a mattress place come on board?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
And quit bitching.
I'm not bitching about the mattress. I just thought asking the
I'll be
boss for...
sleeping on this lumpy mattress for the next 5 years.
Oh, no.
And living in this hovel.
Don't they throw away some mattresses at your apartment now? Maybe some of those are better than what you got.
Stacking them up. That's what somebody posted. And God forbid I would get some serious responses on this post on Facebook. When I said I'm looking for a new mattress, the guy took a picture I posted of our dumpster and said, why don't you grab one of these?
Yeah, fish it out.
It was pretty funny.
Now, does it have to be a king-size mattress?
No, I'm looking for a queen.
Queen.
I have a king now, which just takes up 99% of my bedroom.
Yeah, king solo seems just egregious.
Yeah, and you wind up paying extra for sheets and bed
Well, it was a
space.
trade. The king was a trade deal from.
Oh, so you did make...
Well, that was back in Iggy's Treehouse days.
Yeah, when you were the talk of the
Back when
town.
nobody was running the station and we could do whatever we wanted.
Mhm.
But as a king, I just need a queen.
Well, a roomy twin.
I mean, nobody sleeps in my bed besides me. So
Well, that could change at any moment. Some of the neighbors you have.
No.
Why don't you get a pillow topper? Make those pillow toppers like an inch thick. Throw that on top.
I'm looking for anything. I know nothing about bedding.
You know a good Vera Wang comforter when you see one.
Yeah, I know comforters.
Well, actions speak louder
I
than
put it out there.
yeah.
Reach out to the sales staff if you're interested and say, hey, I heard you're talking about a mattress. We want to be on board. I mean, you see what our sponsors get from us. Our listeners are very loyal to our sponsors.
They are.
You want to sell some mattresses?
Give Iggy one, and then we'll talk about it.
Give us a call. Enough of my pleading for this segment.
I think this is my favorite segment since I started here.
How about that?
Good one.
Why? Because I admitted I sent it to John.
That was the part that I enjoyed.
The email
But
itself
I honestly
is fine.
thought it was mistaken, as did everybody, thought that you meant to send it to Jesse.
No, I just thought I'd like
Keep him
John
in the loop.
Just like John and Tommy to see that I do try to come up with stuff.
That, I think, because the email itself, say email the sales staff with ideas, it's obviously wonderful, but
Yeah,
including
I don't-
John on it was a bold decision.
Well, I don't go to the sales meetings. So the way I get ideas out there is I just email them to Kelly and the sales staff, and then I keep John and Tommy in the loop,
Right?
just in case they're interested.
Sometimes a little too much in the loop.
Yeah, I don't know how that reply all always gets to when I reply all the emails. I don't know how that works.
You get
I
a
hit
choice. Reply just
I know.
to the person who sent the email or reply
I
to
just hit
everyone
where it
who gets
says
it.
reply. It doesn't say reply all. I say reply, and somehow it goes to everybody.
Usually you get the choice.
Well, I don't get a choice. It just says reply. I hit reply, and it goes to
I
everybody.
bet you get the choice. We'll show you during the break how you get the choice.
I don't care.
Well, then this same thing is going to keep happening.
Hubbard Marty is listening to the program and just texted me. I am just laughing and laughing and laughing right now.
Viva la Stroud!
I think that's the program director for KC95 and 106.5.
We got them all looking for some accommodations.
I'm going to start CCing Marty on these emails, too.
Sure. Would it
Marty.
be okay if they just got you a cot or
Marty,
something?
I'm looking for a new apartment.
Oh, God.
Okay, I just sat up in my bed.
Yeah.
I would like to get up in my bed, too, if it was adjustable.
So you can't even rise up out of the bed at this point.
I have to roll out of it.
Well, you're still going to have to roll out of an adjustable bed, right? That just kind of props you up so like you can read or watch TV or something.
Yeah, that's what I need. That's what I'm looking for.
Maybe the amazing Jamie Burkhardt can let Ken move in with him as part of this initiative to offload every aspect of being an adult. That's glove blogger Tom Traven.
They must have a car somewhere where the seat fully reclines and you could lie down and sleep in that.
I think.
That would
I
take
think
care of a lot of
I think my Corolla does. Maybe I'll sleep in there.
There you go. How about a futon? Would a futon work for you? You could sit on it like a couch, and then when it's bedtime, pull it out, and you get the bed.
Yeah, very 90s.
I need an adjustable bed. I'm just looking for, I don't need one, but I'm looking for an adjustable bed.
If-
Futons aren't adjustable.
Jason Gosrow, owner of Schaefer Door Company, has just made a request via text to continue this segment into the Schaefer Door 9 o'clock hour. He's enjoying.
Schaefer door have adjustable doors so I can just like sleep on a piece of wood?
Probably would.
There you go.
Probably could handle that.
Hubbard Marty says, I have a room in my basement he can use for a few days.
There you go. Things are happening.
Yeah. Look at this, Doug.
Yeah.
If you're prioritizing a place to live or a bed to sleep on, which would be one and one B?
Do you have an adjustable bed in the basement? I mean, I don't need a place to live. I have a place to live.
Right.
I'm looking for a new place if I can't get one, I stay here.
You need both the bed and the mattress.
Preferably for $0.
Because it requires a special mattress to get the adjustable bed, right?
I don't know. I saw Dream Cloud. Dream Cloud.
And what is that?
Well, you get the base and the mattress. Now it's the one they send in a box and it kind of inflates.
Mm-hmm.
But I read
it's an air mattress.
Yeah, I read 100 reviews of it.
And?
So I sent Gregor, our sales guy.
Gregored him.
I called him a couple weeks ago. I haven't heard that since high school.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cleared my throat. Is anybody bitch when Tim's coughing all day? No, just Iggy. So I sent it to Greg. I said, I'm looking at this, I forgot the name of it, SoundCloud or
No, you're killing
SoundCloud.
it.
Dream Cloud, whatever. They're a national company. Maybe reach out to them and see if they'd be interested. Again, another idea.
Yeah, and a good one.
Pucks on net, Doug.
That's right.
That's all you can do.
Got to try.
And I didn't CC anybody. I just sent it to Greg. Is it break time yet?
But no, we got to figure this out.
Jason Gosrow requested that we take this into the Schaefer Door Company 9 o'clock hour, Doug. And Schaefer Door Company is a wonderful sponsor of this program and enjoying the show this morning. Schaefer Door is online at schaeferdoor.com, SCHAEFER. That's how you spell it, schaeferdoor.com. Best or call or text a number they set up specifically for TMA listeners, and that number is 636-782-3608. It's going to get you the quickest response time. They service all kinds of garage doors for service and new installs. They have Monday morning standby service for those doors that break over the weekend, and they service commercial doors as well. So if you run a business or a warehouse with big, tall doors, Schaefer is experienced in these types of jobs. Go to schaeferdoor.com or call or text the number specific for TMA listeners, 636-782-3608. When that garage spring breaks, you feel doomed. Well, now you know where to go. It's schaeferdoor.com or call or text 636-782-3608. Schaefer Door is a Clopay Master Authorized dealer. Send your emails in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today. Comes your way at 9:45. Jackson and I go down the hallway. We'll deal with it. We'll be fine. It's Balloon Party. It's a wide berth Wednesday. Then we're going to do QFTA in this studio at about 11:30. Send your questions in, your hate mail. T. McKernan at InsideSTL.com. We've got Little Beer Cat's erotic story and the gentleman who's unhappy with me for playing golf with Pat Maroon and Keith Kachuk. And then we've got the Stupiracy debut tonight at Hot Shots in Fenton. Come out and meet me and Riz and watch the debut of Stupiracy at Hot Shots in Fenton, the Yankee Stadium of Hot Shots. That goes from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Send your emails in. We have the design, air, heating, and cooling email today coming up in the Schaefer Door Company 9 o'clock hour. This is TMA, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
Hey guys, this is Doug Biggs from Longo Biggs Injury Law. We became sponsors of the show because we love this show. We were listeners for years before we started sponsoring. We love coming to the events, playing in the golf tournaments, even though I got demolished in the second round of the match play. But we love sponsoring the Dotem as well, and we'll miss it this year. Hopefully it comes back next year. If you're at one of these events, you might have met us out there and you found out we're a lot like the rest of the audience. We are the audience. If you get hurt in an accident, you don't just have to take our word for it. You can take Tim's. If he knows someone that gets hurt, he's going to recommend us. Check us out at longobigs.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Rosalita's Cantina is known for having the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From carne con cerveza to shrimp diablo, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita. Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 and brunch at the De Pere location on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 3. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or De Pere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
The world's largest sports book in Las Vegas is now right at your fingertips here in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I'm a lifelong sports bettor, and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited about launching our Circus Sports app in Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high betting limits, tight money line splits, exceptional customer service, and more. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Start betting like a pro from anywhere in Illinois.
If you want a first-class, top-of-the-line, high-quality interior remodeling job, you know who I'm going to suggest. Collier & Thompson. Known for their kitchen and bathroom remodels, Collier & Thompson is where you go when you want your remodeling job done right the first time. Collier & Thompson doesn't just do large remodeling jobs. They do plenty of man caves, bars, offices, pretty much anything inside your home. Check out their 10,000-square-foot showroom next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House on Manchester. Let them bring your dream remodel to reality. CollierandThompson.com.
The Midwest Drag Racing Series presents a night of fire and thunder. Saturday, June 29th at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Jet dragsters, funny cars, and ground-pounding pro mod. Plus the Route 66 Twilight Cruise and Car Show. And for the first time ever in St. Louis, a Jet dragster car burn. The biggest cutting torch will completely annihilate a full-size sedan in a shower of flames and sparks like you've never seen. And to top it all off, the first big fireworks show of the summer. Brought to you by Illinois Tourism and Downstate Illinois. Saturday, June 29th. Details and tickets at www.raceway.com.
Hey, it's Jackson. TMA listeners have a lot to think through financially, saving for retirement and college, while also paying bills and enjoying life along the way. Whether you are starting your financial planning or if you're already retired, call Mark Hanna. Mark works with you to design a financial strategy. His straightforward approach starts with a 15-minute phone call to discuss your financial needs. Visit evergreenstl.com or call 314-889-0503 today. Mark Hanna offers securities through Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC, and offers insurance and annuity products through Equitable Network, LLC.
This is the one.
Honey, I think you're right. This house has everything we've ever dreamed of. A huge master bedroom, an open kitchen, and a backyard with a fire pit and built-in grill.
I can't believe it. Finally, our dream home. It's absolutely perfect for us.
We owe our realtor big time.
No, you don't. We're just doing our job. At the Jeff Lotman Group, helping you find your dream home is our top priority. Bringing people and properties together. Call us at 314-406-8911 or visit us online at jefflotman.com.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Stupiracy. And we're going to go deep diving on stupid history and conspiracy theories.
A video podcast series hosted by the brilliant, suspicious mind of the Morning After's Tim McKernan.
He was coug hunting. He was cougar hunting. He was up at Brio.
And Rizzuto from The Riz Show.
We're going to talk about Napoleon's penis.
Yeah, that's the lead. They're unearthing history and conspiracy theories few have previously explored. And you can join Tim and Riz for the premiere debut watch party of episode 1, Wednesday, June 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Hot Shots in Fenton.
How do they go and get the man's penis? What about the penis?
Watch the first ever episode of Stupiracy, presented by Brown & Crouppen Law Firm and Evergreen Wealth Strategies, before it's released to the public later this month, Wednesday, June 19th, starting at 6 p.m. with Tim and Riz at Hot Shots in Fenton.
Well, I've been on the edge of my seat the whole time. I didn't know like 90% of this stuff.
Find out more at tmastl.com. KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Well, let's put our golf where our mouths are.
Now.
It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After.
KPN-TFM HD2.
I'm going to go 92, even though I'm pretty confident it's 91.
I don't know the years, Tim.
And my reasoning is it's not 90. So that way it gets me 93. Okay. That's the thought process.
How do you know it's not 90?
I don't know. I just know.
Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, I guess. Chairman? Chairman?
What was your official guess?
I'm going to go with 92 because I know it's not 90.
91?
Yeah, because I was pretty confident it was 91, but just on the off chance.
Okay.
What, do you remember when Marky Mark and people were like, oh, that's a shame. He wasn't in New Kids on the Block. He missed out. And now look at him.
New Kids on the Block are here Saturday.
No, all right, you going?
Mm-hmm. No, well, I may.
Wow.
I may.
Who's your favorite New Kid on the Block, though?
I don't know.
I mean, Joey McIntyre's eyes are so seductive.
Does he undress you with them?
I mean, we would have a blue eye off. Just a couple of micks getting together, just flip-flopping.
His aren't even in the same league as yours.
Thank you. I agree with that. I didn't want to say it, though, because I didn't want it to come off as arrogant. Schaefer Dorr requested we continue Iggy's email to John Kiowski looking for an apartment and bed into the 9 o'clock hour. Iggy, however, has not made it back. I have not received more response to a segment in a long time via my phone than that one. And I had forgotten all about it.
Yeah, I did too.
That we were in the sales meeting like a week ago, and I don't even know, like I said, it was either Kelly or Tommy that brought up, yeah, I guess Iggy's moving and he's looking for a place to go, and he sent us an email about it. Because, but the weirdest thing was he included John on it.
He wants everybody in on the search. I would think these
guys... And then
guys
Jesse goes, oh, God, I'm sure he meant to send it to me because he always comes to me for stuff. And, you know, the Jay Kiowski thing. I wish if I had video of John reading that email. Hey, I'm looking for an apartment.
How fast that goes into the recycling bin.
Sure would be nice if the sales team could come up with a comfortable place for him to bivouac.
Oh, my God.
Guys, can we continue the Ken Save-a-thon 8 a.m. hour? I can get Ken one of those huge hospital cups with the big straw so we can truly have Ken embrace the hospice life so he so deserves. It's from the Dogtown Astrovan.
Hello, neighbor.
Schaefer Door Company sponsored the 9 o'clock hour. Callier and Thompson sponsor of the phone lines 636-9004 TMA. And the South City Sporting Goods, sponsor of the text inbox. I think South City Sporting Goods has the hats. It's supposed to be here this week. And we'll be able to sport those. And our listeners will be able to get them at tmastlshop.com here shortly. And then Design Air, sponsor of our email of the day, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. Let's see. I am requesting that all email of the day submissions are REQD. What does that mean?
Required.
Required, thank you. And every text from about 10 minutes ago is read for the next Segi. A lot of text came in, as you might imagine. A lot of text came in. Holy crap, more than I thought came in during that.
Well, everyone wants to help. Yeah, a mattress is important. You need a good one.
I don't know what this is. His wife must be beastly. What is that in reference to?
I believe that was in reference to...
Oh, the story about the guy crawling into bed with his father-in-law.
Which was so... I mean, that in itself...
seems like it was a lifetime ago.
Yeah,
It
right.
can't happen. That can't happen. You can't allow that to happen.
God almighty.
That's when the demon rum is at its worst.
Yeah, that's the truth right there, brother.
Iggy, they're saying, Big Tufts is saying that might be a Hall of Fame segment. How's that make you feel?
Why?
Big Tough call in 636-9004 TMA.
I'm always looking for stuff. I just happen to need a mattress.
Yeah.
And an apartment.
Well, maybe if you went back to doing Iggy's Treehouse,
what about
the
that?
mattress sponsor would come through for you again.
I'll do whatever the station wants me to do.
Okay.
You know that?
Yeah.
I brought Kegler's cornerback, and it was like the talk of the town. Couldn't bring that back because I don't follow bowling anymore.
Well,
I know I'll do a segment talking about how bowlers dress for crap.
Well, that's like one small segment. The Pro Bowlers still get dressed up, don't they?
Yeah, but they're on TV and they're pro bowlers. These are league bowlers.
You don't like what they're wearing.
They're just giving it a bad name. Everybody always thought league bowlers are just fat guts and drinking beer and smoking cigarettes.
And
now they're dressing like that again. I try to dress nice, so
you try to class it up,
so people wouldn't think it's all about fat guts and T-shirts and beer guzzling.
And you got frustrated with it and walked away from the sport?
Yeah, because nobody bowled anymore. They all stayed in the bar and made out with each other. And
made out?
Is that right? The guys are making out with each other in bowling?
I asked one time, I said, where the hell is Dan? He's making out with his girlfriend in the bar. God, do a bowl.
Come on, Dan.
Let's just make out.
Well, you did some of that, too, at Redbird Lanes.
That's right.
I wasn't bowling when I did it.
Well, neither was Dan.
It was after bowling.
Yeah.
Doug, Cardinals games have been difficult to access if you are not a certain provider customer. It's been problematic. This just posted on STLtoday.com. Diamond Sports Group, the parent company of Cardinals and Blues broadcaster Bailey's Sports Midwest, was dealt another setback this month in an effort to emerge from bankruptcy. MLB, NHL, and NBA have been pressing Diamond for detailed financial information to prove that if the company emerges from bankruptcy as planned later this summer, it will do so on solid footing. But according to court filings, those requests include information about Diamond's contracts with cable distributors like DirecTV and Charter, and an agreement with Amazon. Information Diamond said that it legally cannot release without those companies' permissions or a court order. Cox Communications filed a letter with the court Monday raising alarm about the, quote, confidential and highly competitively sensitive information the leagues have been requesting. Diamond's attorneys convened an emergency hearing before the bankruptcy judge in the Southern District of Texas to address the dispute. During yesterday's hearing, an attorney for MLB argued that the league needs access to fuller financial and contract information in order to decide whether MLB will support Diamond's business plan. Lawyers for the cable companies, meanwhile, made the case that the details are trade secrets and their release could hurt the companies in contract negotiations. Diamond is stuck in the middle. That's from Ross, do you pronounce it Furzenbaum?
I always have, yeah.
He's an attorney for Diamond.
Okay. So on and on it goes.
I would think that Major League Baseball would want to do their due diligence if they're going to get back in bed with Diamond Sports or regional sports networks and find out everything that they possibly can before they, anchor themselves to something like that in the future.
Yeah.
Although it seems, as the days go by, that Cardinal baseball and baseball everywhere, regional sports-wise, would be on Bally's, at least under the Bally's Diamond Sports name.
Let me ask a question. Because Amazon's pretty cheap. I got Amazon for the sole purpose that I get free shipping on Amazon products, and they give you Amazon Prime for free. It's like $7.99 a month. So I get not only Amazon Prime, but I get free shipping on all my orders. So, my God, if I order one thing a month, I save money, and I get the free streaming. Could the Cardinals, once this deal is over, could they go to Amazon and say, do you want to carry the Cardinals games?
Cardinals would not be able to. MLB would.
Okay, so they would. Each individual team.
MLB would have to be involved.
Okay, so the Cardinals could
I think the core issue is the streaming rights. And Diamond, Bailey's, wants to have the streaming rights. And MLB, understandably, is not willing to renegotiate midway through, especially when they haven't been made whole. Dan Caesar of the Post-Dispatch wrote a column on Friday about how the celebration of the 5th anniversary of the Blues winning the Cup was shown on Channel 32. Are you aware of Channel 32? Because it's owned by Gray Media, which owns KMOV.
I'd never heard of it before. I saw that, and I'd never heard of it.
Is that one of those digital channels, maybe? They have four is regular Channel 4, then they have 4.1.
Right.
Whereas Me TV, they show old
Yeah, this was
sitcoms.
My Network TV is what it's called.
Yeah.
Then the parade was shown on the KSTK app at 6 p.m. on Saturday, 5 years to the day of the parade. BSM, parent company Diamond Sports, has been mired in this bankruptcy case for more than a year that involves MLB and NBA teams as well as the NHL. And the next hearing is coming up on July 29th, only about 2.5 months before the hockey season starts. The Blues, as well as the Cardinals, remain under contract with Bailey's to continue showing their local package for years to come, but that could be impacted by the developments in the bankruptcy court.
Major League Baseball cannot get the streaming deal figured out quick enough. I mean, that's such a detriment to not be able in your own city to watch a game on streaming. You have to be out of the market to watch it streaming. That is such a loss, man. You can stream any sport from across the world at any time, but not Major League Baseball when you're in the city your team plays in.
Yeah.
This is nonsense.
If the Cardinals could get out of that contract, and I guess they could if the bankruptcy goes.
The issue isn't could they want the contract to work, because whatever new deal they cut will not generate nearly as much as what they are supposed to be getting paid by Bailey's.
Yeah, it's a good deal if they actually would get paid.
And Bailey's is intent on paying the Cardinals, but they've kind of been picking and choosing organizations, and some have been on the outside looking in. What, Padres, Rangers, right?
Rangers.
Diamondbacks?
Yeah.
Rangers seemed like every month they weren't getting paid, and the Cardinals kept getting paid. Now, if the Cardinals would get in that situation where they missed 2 payments, they couldn't pay the Cardinals, then it'd be a different story. But right now, I guess they're fine because they're still getting paid. But let's just say the Cardinals would go to their own streaming service. God, do you know what they could do with that, though?
What?
Not only show the Cardinal games, but they could show past games. They could have live roundtables with Derek Gould and other people,
Right, but it has to generate enough money. I mean, that's great from the one side of the content. Absolutely. I would love that. God, I'd love that. It would be great if you knew it was straightforward as opposed to, kind of like a, Soviet broadcast that's controlled because it's controlled by the team. But along those lines, the issue is that the organization is guaranteed, and it keeps upticking year over year, $60+ million a year. And so when you factor in the costs of putting that network together, in addition to how much advertising revenue do you come out with a total that is greater than $60 million? And I'm not sure that the answer is yes. And that I think is one of, I don't want to say it's at the core, but I think it's one of the key reasons why that it's a risky play. I would love it as a fan, as a business. I don't know if it makes sense. And so they would love for this to continue to work, but still they need to tend to the blackout streaming issue.
100%. That's, to me, that's issue number 1 and 1A as well. Like, that is such a miss to have the only option to stream baseball is with MLB Extra Innings package, but it doesn't work if you're in St. Louis or even neighboring regions. We talked about Las Vegas being the black hole. You can't watch the sport. Like, people are stopping, they're cutting the cord, and that's not like something that came around a year ago. It's been going on.
One local television executive told the Post-Dispatch this week that the Blues have, quote, snuggled up to the Gray operation, which runs a weekly in-season program devoted to the team on KMOV. And Chris Zimmerman of the Blues, called, quote, an important ongoing partner. KMOV GM said he can't speak about pursuing the Blues now because they remain under contract with Diamond, but when asked if Channel 32 would be interested the next time the Blues and Cardinals TV rights are in play, he firmly said, yes, sir. Anytime a St. Louis Major League sports organization is available, we'd have an interest in it if the opportunity was there, but it's not now.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I get it. I doubt I do as a YouTube TV guy.
Is it MeTV?
You would probably get it just off broadcast.
Yeah.
It's broadcast up there.
I never heard of them. Can they afford to pay the Cardinals?
Well, probably not. So they would probably give the Cardinals 95% of the ad revenue and take 5% maybe and come out well.
All right, well, if you're going to do that, do your own channel.
Well, that involves a lot of logistics and things they may not want to be in business with. That would be great if people in St. Louis could get it for free just on broadcast TV or on the cable, and then let people outside of St. Louis stream it somehow. But I would imagine the people within the St. Louis broadcast area, that's probably 90% of their audience. So if you could take care of that big chunk, you're most of the way there.
What do you think, Tim? Not just advertising, because you talked about
it's only available on Spectrum, by the way, for the record.
How much advertising they could get if they had their own streaming service?
Anything I'd say would be completely.
But what do you think?
Speculative. I have honestly no clue. Couldn't even be within $10 million.
Do you think they can make a huge chunk of money if, say, they charge $10 a month for their service?
People wouldn't pay it.
Really? $10 a month?
I would pay it, but that's also how I earn a living at this moment.
Yeah.
But I've bounced that off of the Balloon Party audience, and people have no interest in that.
Wow.
I'm not saying like no one, but I'm saying it's the majority have no interest in it. Now, we were paying for it, but it was just rolled into our cable bills for years, and people didn't necessarily realize it from an itemization standpoint.
I mean, if you're watching them now, you're paying. I mean, Bally's isn't free.
Right, but that's not how people think through it.
Yeah.
In their mind, it'd be like adding an extra streaming service to their already hefty television bill.
Right. People are already getting Netflix.
Right.
And Apple TV.
Right.
And who knows what else. And you ask them for another monthly chunk, and it's pretty easy to get frustrated and say, I don't think so.
But if you have Spectrum right now, and you have cable through Spectrum, you can watch the Cardinal game just on your television.
Larry Thornton, Doug, you know him as a KSTK executive.
I do, yeah.
He says the problem with direct-to-consumer is the Cardinals weren't making billions off the people who wanted to consume their product. They made it because everyone who wanted cable had to pay it. That's right. That's the core issue. And so therefore, the trickle-down of this is going to be substantial. It is a major issue. So that is why, throughout the course of the off-season, my position on the Cardinal offseason moves was, I get what they're doing, and therefore I like it because I think what they're doing is trying to limit exposure beyond 2026 because of the uncertainty with their revenue. It's the smart way to operate a business, but I think the smarter way to operate a business would be to inform the fans of that situation. I just think they're getting bad PR advice. I don't know.
And if they don't figure it out, in a couple of years, they may be the Kansas City Royals or Oakland A's who has to trade off all of their big money players.
That is why, like, doing the overreaction to a Cardinal win or the overreaction to a Cardinal loss is it's not nearly as big as what we were doing a decade ago with the Rams, because that's a team leaving St. Louis. And so I'm like, oh, they beat the Seahawks, but the team's moving. So, I mean, we have an obligation to talk about it. But when we were talking about it, we got a lot of pushback, if you recall. People didn't want to hear that. This, to me, is a really substantial story because unlike many other markets, this market is not flush, and therefore the Cardinals, and you can point to the attendance, and I understand that, but still a big part of their revenue is that television deal. And so if that goes up, and by that I mean goes up in smoke, not goes up as far as what they make, it's a substantial impact as to the Cardinals' ability to spend and put a team on the field. But people don't want to hear that because they just go, he's a billionaire, he should spend money, end of story. And that's not how it works.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost impossible to forecast the Cardinals' next 5 years without having the information of what the TV deal is going to look like. Because even if they make $60 million, you cut that in half, $30 million. Imagine signing a player for $30 million who never plays a game. How bad that would hamstring your team.
Right.
It's the same idea.
Well, now Doug Weedis took a shot.
Oh, no.
If the Cardinals had their own streaming service, maybe they could play the same games over and over and over and over again. They could just call it the skeleton. Unbelievable.
I would love to watch games from years ago with Jack Buck on
Oh,
call.
my God. How do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love it. I really would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
assume
somebody has them. I assume they are available somewhere, an entire game.
Can't Tim and his father buy the Cardinals and their TV rights? That's from Eric in the Central West
Your
End.
dad already owns a chunk, I understand.
Well,
certainly the parking.
The issue is our cash position isn't strong because of my DraftKings rosters at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, you've gone through a lot of money.
That's correct.
I guess this is a stupid question, and I know it's all about TV contracts. Who do you think has a bigger payroll? A Major League Baseball team, just say a middle of the pack, say the Cardinals. Who has a bigger payroll? Los Angeles Rams or the St. Louis Cardinals baseball?
Doug?
Well, the Cardinals' payroll is, what, 160, 180 million?
It's more than that.
It's close to
I think
200 million.
It's close to 2. I thought it was 192.
Is it?
I would think the football team has a bigger payroll.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
53
they're pretty much across the board.
Yeah, football's got the salary cap.
And they only play 16, 17 games a year.
Total payroll allocations 190.957 for the Cardinals.
195?
190 point, so essentially 191.
Okay. I'm looking up salary cap for
Now these teams are making so much money playing 17 games a year and only 8 of them are at home.
the NFL base salary cap.
Television deal.
Is
Their television.
Yeah, so it's
And their television. The television deal for the NFL is shared equally amongst the 32 franchises.
The salary
So it's
cap.
different. So the Dodgers I'm sorry, Doug. The Dodgers have effectively drafted really well, even though Miles Michaelis called the checkbook. And don't get me wrong. I mean, you spend for Yamamoto and Ohtani, in addition to already having Betts and Freeman and whoever else that I'm not including on that roster, but they've been able to draft so well that the deadlines they've been able to trade. That's the issue when you get into the Cardinals and the trade and go, wow, Luzardo's out there. Great. Who are you going to trade for him? That's one of the problems with where the minor league thing is. So, I don't know. I don't know if I get too nerdy and into the weeds that I lose people, or it's just not appealing to people to talk about it. I don't know. But these are the real issues. It's like, yeah, Marmol left so-and-so in. It's like, hey, great. They have no minor league pitching, and the team might be in a financial distress position.
Which is a bad quinella there.
Yes.
If you're in bad financial straits, you sure as hell better have a bunch of inexpensive players on the way up.
Yeah, like I said, stupid question, but it's just amazing to me that the NFL is so much more popular than Major League Baseball, that they can get TV contracts like that, and they got bigger payrolls, and you only see 8 home games. The Cardinals have 81 home games a year, and they're struggling.
Here's the salary cap for the NFL. 2024, $255.4 million per team. It's up $30 million from last year.
But revenue-wise, the NFL is in a different stratosphere than
Yeah,
any other sports
because the
league.
TV ratings are so big.
Yeah, it's not even. I mean, football in this country is king, and king over once again. John King, one and a half.
And college football.
Oh, you like that John King?
Oh, he had a great outing.
College football is probably second, if I had to guess.
That's what we talked about that. Yeah, why did we bring that up? Oh, that was your capitalistic competitive threshold
That's
question.
right.
That was a great question.
Thank you.
God. Which was a question that was kind of like what the Barnhart Brawler asked on QFTA a couple weeks ago. That was a great question on his part. And what my observation was, what time is it? Because I could get going here.
9:39.
What Jackson was getting to and also the Barnhart Brawler was getting into is it seems like in 2024 that many organizations, and it isn't limited to baseball, Doug, aren't necessarily, you got to take football out of the mix because that's a different set of circumstances there with the cap and with how successful it is, aren't really interested in competing. Similar to college football, not necessarily in its trajectory with regard to popularity and television deals, but similar to college football, before the season starts, you can cross out with confidence at least 10 if we're going to be conservative, and I think you can do more than half of Major League Baseball teams as far as not necessarily world champions, weirdly, but as far as, let's say, 92-win teams. With baseball opening up to 12 teams and the high variance of a best-of-3 series for, 4 of the 6 playoff teams in each league, the World Series becomes more of a crapshoot. But as far as a 92-win team with a pretty damn good degree of certainty before they even take the field in late March, you have an idea. Similar to Vanderbilt isn't going to be in the mix. Mississippi State isn't going to be in the mix, and it depends year by year in college football. And, take your pick of whatever bottom feeder Big 10 teams and Big 12 teams. So you have that going in baseball. Recently, with regard to Jackson's association, you have the
competition issue. Yeah, load management and such.
And so what the question became was, how come this is going on now? And it didn't feel like that was a source of the model whenever you would want to cite, whether it be the 80s, 90s, for these leagues. And my explanation, and it's a thesis, it's certainly not definitive, is when you think of who owned these franchises for the vast majority of the 20th century, they were families, and this was their business. And recently, last 20-plus years, these organizations are so valuable that the only people who are buying them are people who are usually billionaires or people who, parts of corporations. And so they are run like the same way they got to the point that they had that kind of money, which, of course, is bottom line. That's how they acquired that money. They're not going to go, okay, now I'm a sports owner with this one part of my portfolio, but the rest of things we're going to manage like a business. Now, they're run like businesses. And with the expansion of the postseason in baseball, I suppose in particular, I think that's why you're seeing a bunch of teams that are kind of like lurking around 500. I mean, the New York Mets were. Now I think they've had a little bit of a stretch here. But if you look at the standings in the National League in particular, as far as the wild card goes, because now we've got this hand job thing going around St. Louis with, they are a playoff team. Well, guess what? The Chicago Cubs are 13th in the standings in the National League, and they're a game and a half out of a playoff spot. So this is like the bowl thing with college football coaches. They're not having a bad year. They're 35 and 39, but that's good for 13th in the National League. And it's a game and a half out of a playoff spot. So it became a thing for college football coaches to say, we went to a bowl based on a standard that used to matter in the 1980s. Going to a bowl was a big deal. It was a mark of a really good season. In Major League Baseball, an average season gets you in now. And then who knows? Because the team that won 100 games has to try to stave off the bat crappery of the MLB postseason. And so, if you are somebody who has built up through whatever channel a business that's worth $1 billion+ allowing you to buy a Major League Baseball franchise or any sports team, but we're talking MLB here, you are going to go, well, why wouldn't we just try to get ourselves to about 85 wins and get in? Because a couple of years ago, it was the Phillies as the 6th seed, and last year it was the Diamondbacks as the 6th seed, and they both won the pennant. the goal of putting the best product on the field to get yourself to a world championship has been reduced by a playoff format that rewards mediocrity. And from a business standpoint, that makes sense. The Cardinals were early to the party because their 2 world championship teams were not, by I don't even think any means, their 2 best teams in the regular season in 2006 and 2011. You know, people would cite 2004, 2005, 2015, 2000, 2002.
2009.
And I would cite 2009 and then get to 2006 and 2011. And so I don't blame them from that standpoint as going, yeah, let's just get and look at our division. If the Cardinals were in the American League East, I assure you they would be operating differently or requesting to be moved. But because they are where they are, they go, well, God, look at this. Let's, see if we can get 85 and get in. And also all running parallel to the fact that they know they have what could be a real problem financially on the television front. These are significant issues, I think, and I think that's why they have been in the spot that they've been in, kind of lurking in a purgatory lately.
Yeah.
From an off-season standpoint.
Right. And I'm probably more specific to basketball or something, but these teams are so much more valuable. They're so expensive, man. They should be about the Suns for $4.5 billion. Players are getting paid $60 million a year. They get treated like assets and not like people. And so if you have a valuable asset like that, it can make you a lot of money and also cost you a lot of money. You're going to treat them like an asset that you have to protect. I mean, they're going to sit out certain games. You're not going to play as hard for certain games because playoffs obviously matter a lot more. And the consumer is the one who kind of eats it, and it sucks. And I think it's all solved by relegation, but that will never, ever happen because that is you're just asking people to lose money. That's never going to happen. But everything in sports, America-wise, would be solved competition-wise if they had relegation. If there was a risk of going down to a lesser league if you finish in the bottom 3 or 4. But that will never, ever happen.
No. Well, to Tim's point, though, and fans will never understand this, but what the Cardinals are doing is good business.
Yeah, it's the meta, the most efficient.
But to me, good business isn't just P&L. Good business is also, I think, being as transparent as possible with your customers. And sometimes a customer is an audience member, sometimes a customer is a season ticket holder, or somebody who goes to a single game, or is just a fan. And I feel like that's where the Cardinals have been a step behind the Blues. At the same time, the Blues were so transparent to start, the season last year with Doug Armstrong saying, yeah, we're probably not there with the Avalanche and the Stars, but we hope we can maybe get into a spot where we can get in 3rd place or maybe get a wild card spot and then make a run because you never know what can happen in the playoffs. And then they kind of are right where you would expect them to be, and then they fire Craig Berube. So that went against the messaging, in my opinion. So I didn't follow that. But I feel like the public buys into the Blues as far as their truthfulness more than they do with the Cardinals.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I just think that the Cardinals, this is a real thing. It's not their fault what's gone on with this television deal. And to me, I would say, hey, I know that we have some issues. We still think we have a good team, but it's important for fans to know how this is impacting things. And I don't know, maybe MLB said don't talk about it publicly, or maybe the Cardinals have consulted with a variety of PR firms and they said don't talk about this, don't talk about this. But there were these victory tours going on with signing Lynn, Gibson, and Gray, and then Ali Marmol with the extension, and Yadi Molina is going to be involved in all this stuff. And it's just like, you have a team that was, 22 games under 500? Is that what it was last year? I don't know, whatever the hell it was. Either way, last place in 22 games under 500. And you didn't do a damn thing with the offense. And then you're rewarding the manager who led you to a last place season, even though I don't believe that was his fault, with an extension. These are just bad messages to send to the fan base. They're self-inflicted wounds. And that's, I don't know. I don't get it. But they've had a nice run, so I give them credit for that. But just because you've had a nice run doesn't mean that you work infallibly going into the future. All right, we got some business to tend to before the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Attention business owners, CEOs, and CFOs. You don't want to miss this. NetSuite by Oracle is hosting a day-long event on Thursday, June 27th at the Union Station Hotel downtown. They're calling it Business Grows Here, and it's set up to help you grow your business. Spend the day learning from more than half a dozen speakers on stage, sharing their wisdom and their insights, including Jamie Siminoff, the founder of Ring Video Doorbell. Every speaker you'll hear will leave you with actionable strategies and tips that you can immediately apply to your business. Take all the notes you want and meet people that can change the way you look at growing your business today. Apply to attend the business event of the year, NetSuite's Business Grows Here event, Thursday, June 27th. It'll be a day well spent. It's free to attend if you qualify. Apply today to find out if you do. All seats are still available. Go online to netsuite.com/Missouri. That's netsuite.com/Missouri. Jackson, what else do we need to tell the people about?
Doug needs to tell the folks about Schaefer Door Company, the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah, it's their 9 o'clock hour.
I was thinking if maybe you're storing some mattresses in your garage and you're afraid someone might come by and try to take them, that you need a good garage door. And that's where Schaefer Door comes in. It's SCHAEFER. And their website is schaeferdoor.com. Or you can call or text at 636-782-3608. That's how you get the quickest response time. They service all kinds of garage doors for service and new installations. They have a special Monday morning standby service for doors that break over the weekend, just statistically speaking. It seems that most doors, when they break over the weekend. And then Monday morning arrives and you can't get the car out of the garage. So what are you going to do? You're going to call Schaefer Door at 636-782-3608. If you run a business or warehouse and you've got those big, giant doors, yes, Schaefer's experienced in handling those type of jobs as well. They're big enough to get any kind of job done, small enough that you're going to talk with a real live person when you give them a jingle. The business has multiple family members working there, and they have for many, many years. Family-owned company, and they just do fantastic work. Their service techs are not commission-based. They're not going to try to sell you something you don't need. So go to schaeferdoor.com or call or text 636-782-3608. Schaefer Door is a Clopay Master Authorized Dealer.
And in today's fast-paced world of digital marketing, making meaningful connections with your audience can be a daunting challenge for any business. But what if there was a place where connections aren't just made, but nurtured for growth? Enter 2060 Digital, our sister company backed by a 100-year-old media empire, just like 105.7 HD2 FM. If you're a business owner or marketer seeking more strategic ways to reach and engage customers, look no further than 2060 Digital with 12 years of expertise. 2060 specializes in simplifying the complexities of digital marketing. Our team demystifies the process by transforming it from a challenge into an opportunity for your business. Whether it's enhancing your brand's online presence, optimizing digital campaigns, or increasing customer engagement, 2060 is here to propel your business forward. Think your business has room to grow? Let us prove it to you. Visit 1057thepoint.com/2060digital to request a complimentary digital audit today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day.
Okay. All right.
Howdy. Maria Consuelo Ubalde would like to hear the segment where Biff calls in from Hawaii, only to have the call commandeered by Iggy, where he goes on to interview himself about the time his good buddy Gary Cruz made such a killing as a postman that he was able to retire to Hawaii at the age of 42, allowing Iggy to drop the discounted humble brag that he has a free place to stay if he chooses to vacation at a high school buddy's house. Demetrius Gerbilhutter has requested to hear one of the 14 segments where Pepper and Jeannie took a day off from doing their little passion project due to reasons including but not limited to needing to fill up their gas before it got too hot outside. Having to pick up some payola sewage fish, automation issues, Rutledge being on vacation. They couldn't find Jackson to ask how to press save. And my personal favorite, we forgot. And what's it matter to you anyways? It's our show.
All true.
That's from the Coalition DBA. You ever hear about the time I put my hands in my pockets? Hey, boss, just wanted to let you know I'm going to start trying to take things up a notch around here. Yeah, sure. I'm as old as a wizard, and I've been doing radio for 700 years according to a calendar, but if you go by hours worked, I'm really still a novice. I've been thinking about some marketing ideas I wanted to pitch to you. I'm in need of a new bed, a place to live, so if you have some advertisers that sell very expensive beds and have top-notch townhouses close to the office, and they want me to be their brand image, let me know. I'd love to get all of that for free and then stumble through their live reads on the air. Also, while you're at it, if there are any grocery stores or clothing companies that advertise with us, let me know. I'd love to be their brand image as well. Heck, I'll save your time and cut to the chase. I'm really just looking for you to work extra hard to set me up with advertisers to get me a free ride for everything a grown man should provide for himself. Things like room and board, food, clothes, cars, and mattresses. Nice talking to you, though. It's 10:06, so I got to run. I have some tweets to send to adult stars and some neighbors' apartments that I need to almost accidentally walk into. That's from Cliff's neighbor.
Cliff's neighbor.
I know nothing about radio.
Hey, fellas, Jackson's friend's story reminded me of a story of my own from college. I went to the university at Mizzou and stayed at the Hudson Hall dormitory. Well, it was very interesting because Gillette, the dormitory right next to it, was identical. One night I got hammered at By George's and walked into what I thought was my dormitory, but it wasn't. It was my buddy Johnny Tube Sock's dormitory. I got in bed with him and felt our nude bodies engage. And then I was like, oh no, this isn't my room and this is too new and exciting, and got up and ran out. The next night, when you know it, he ended up naked in my bed with me also being naked. 2 mistakes in 2 nights. What are the odds? Well, the next week we accidentally met for coffee and it was nice.
Gosh.
A few months went by where we accidentally got in each other's beds every other night until we accidentally introduced each other to our parents. Then we accidentally drove to Vegas to accidentally prove to people our love knows no bounds. Then we accidentally went on a camping trip where we accidentally questioned our place in this world. Then we accidented all over each other.
No.
It was glorious. Now we've been accidentally living with each other for the last 20 years. What a ride. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to email my very busy boss about a possible soiled mattress deal I got going. Thanks, that's Cucky.
Oh. Cucky. Cucky the Smurf.
Dwarf.
Cucky the Dwarf.
I will not hear any Stephen Wildwood slander. Dude's the GOAT, and the Loomster can choke on a double-ender for all I care. I'm talking about a big veiny one, too.
No.
Where's the Loomster fan page? Oh, that's right. There isn't one. Steve at One Cardinal Way does have his own fan page. And even though it's mediocre at best, at least it exists. Make emails great again. How am I supposed to do that while I'm stuck in Branson, a.k.a. Hell's Dirty Taint?
No.
This place is the swamp-ass capital of Missouri. That's from Listener of the Month, May 2024, the JV golf coach. Yeah, Doug, he won the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month in
Had
May.
a vial this morning. JV golf coach.
And finally, I'm afraid I'm not going to be much good to you. I didn't get much sleep, and I'm all out of Viterol. Remember that scene in Boogie Nights where Jack Horner and Roller Girl are driving around in a limo where they pick up this random dude for the purpose of filming him banging Roller Girl? And it gets awkward, and they cut it short, and he tells Jack, "Your films suck now anyway." And then they beat the S out of him. I've always thought that guy looks remarkably like the Loomster. I don't pay for STL Today or The Athletic, but does anyone know where I can get a new adjustable queen mattress? I don't pay for golf, and I don't pay for mattresses. I once conned a local business into giving me a free mattress in exchange for some mentions on this radio show I did that was named after a treehouse in a public park where I used to bang married women. My show didn't have any real sponsors or much of an audience, but I was able to leverage these mentions into having a maid come over and clean my apartment every week, and then sometimes we'd bang. And also, I got this fancy new mattress with a lifetime warranty. They did initially honor the lifetime warranty and let me exchange the bed multiple times, but I guess the 4th time around is where they draw the line on giving free beds to a guy who didn't even pay for the original bed in the first place. I'm looking for something a little bit nicer than the trash mattress sitting in the dumpster of my apartment complex claimed by my cricket-playing neighbors who air their skid-marked tidy-whities. But I can't afford those fancy 3-figure mattresses I see on Temu. So if anyone wants to hook me up, I'll be sure to mention you during the show. It's not Plugola because you won't actually get any return on the investment. Thanks. That's from Buck Swope.
Sure it was. Buck Swope with a nice little email this morning.
That's what we have for the Design Air Heating
How much money are you making off of Swope's picks?
Wow, Doug.
How much money am I making? Or is he making? Okay. Well, I'm not going to vote for Buck Swope, even though I thought he had a nice little email this morning. I'm going to go Cucky. I thought Cucky nailed it.
God, this is
put to the test.
It's weird because we've actually had some good emails today. And that came after the Loomster criticized the emailers. It's between Cucky and the Coalition, and I'm in the tank. I'll leave it up to Tim. I'm going to go with the Coalition.
I'm going with the Coalition as well.
Damn it, Lucas!
I respected the work of all of the players, but I thought the Coalition was the best player today. He met the test that the USGA set for the players.
I don't know.
Congratulations to the Coalition. You have won the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Jackson and I have won because Balloon Party is starting in 3 minutes. and they will not be happy about what happened in Miami last night. They just won't be.
Why? Because
the
Kachuk
base.
lost.
How could you be?
Yep.
Another game where they gave up 4 leads.
Did you see that play Kachuk made right there at the end? To
Oh,
save,
my
save
God,
the
that
puck
was
from
sick.
going to the empty net.
That was ridiculous.
You're looking at me.
And then McDavid still got the goal.
Right. But it was an unbelievable play. To
Yeah,
keep
but
the puck out of
Walter's son tried to play netminder again.
Yeah, couldn't
But
do it.
McDavid was able to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is right after Shania Twain went into their locker room and started slapping butts.
Doug?
Well, she was giving high fives. But
Well, that's different. She went into the Oilers locker room?
yeah. Met the team, was giving high fives and walking around in some short, skimpy black dress.
No.
Is she from that area?
Canadian legend.
She's a Canadian legend. I don't know where she is from in Canada. Doug, the Oilers have never lost a Stanley Cup final on their home ice. 4 different opportunities for a team to win it on their ice. It's never happened in Edmonton, Alberta. It could on Friday night. And if it does not, we will see you Sunday night and sunrise. Hello, everybody.
Holes are getting pretty tight down there with the Pantherland right about now.
Does it make me anti-American to be pulling for the oil?
No, you like who you like.
In NHL, they go 2-3-2 or 2-2-1-1.
2-2-1-1-1-1. The only one that still does 2-3-2 is baseball, because NBA used to be 2-3-2.
Yeah, it's 1-1-1 now.
I bet they wish they did it the other way in hockey this year with the travel they've got to face.
Drag them back to Alberta is what
Drag 'em
McDavid
back.
said, and they did.
I suppose both teams are flying all day today to get back there.
Think they're podcasting?
I would assume they're listening. McDavid loves this show.
Yeah. Big fan. Big fan.
The thing is, I heard he was Dirty Chewbacca. But Dirty Chewbacca says she's a woman and wants to sleep with Iggy.
Yeah, I'm sure she's a gal.
Okay.
What do you think's more likely, that it's a woman or it's Connor McDavid?
God, that's a good question.
Toss up.
All right, Balloon Party. We'll answer that question coming up in a matter of moments. Switch your YouTube over to 101 ESPN. Jackson has the Wide Berth Wednesday series of questions. For Jackson Bennett Burkett. For Chairman Kurt. For Kenneth Iggy Strode. For my brother Kevin. For Douglas Elvin Vaughn. I'm Tim McKernan. This has been The Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
Want to take on some legends of TMA?
Sound the same to someone who gives a damn about the best fans in baseball!